West of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the U. Hey Jimmy, please get Appel on the phone and tell him that it's home. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. Just spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
welcome to the show. It is day 2 of Super Bowl week and day 2 of our faux radio row. We've got boots on the ground. Crowder is in San Francisco. Oh, I'm looking at developing story on ESPN. Clippers and James Harden exploring a trade. I've been reading that all morning long. There actually has been a trade, though, in the NBA. You know, trade deadline is Thursday, and there's some movement in Memphis. It's not Ja Morant, but it's kind of shocking what's in play here, and I'll have Solana give it to you in a second. Radio Row is going on in San Francisco, and I would imagine the buzz there is that Robert Kraft did not get into the Hall of Fame either. So you've got Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft not voted in, which, by the way, is patently ridiculous. It really is. It's kind of like, reminds me a little bit of Bill Zito not winning Executive of the Year in the NHL when he put together arguably the best hockey lineup and then kept together the best hockey lineup. Spo never getting Coach of the Year, you know. But again, I don't care. I don't care with New England because sometimes you got to pay the piper. Sometimes you play with fire and you get burned sometimes. It is patently absurd, though, that Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, two of the big three who put together this incredibly annoying, but this incredible run that the Patriots put together, and here they are in the Super Bowl. Not Belichick, of course, but here are the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and neither one of them go in on the first ballot for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm guessing that's the big conversation on Super Bowl Radio Row. The Panthers, you know, they lost to Buffalo last night. They were up 2-0 too. They're probably toast at this point. We may have to come to grips with the season just being kind of a get-right season after three straight trips to the Stanley Cup. It just is what it is. Yeah. Sam Bennett went down yesterday and didn't come back in the game. So, and the Heat tonight, they're in action. They're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the 2006 championship team. We're going to have Eric Reed join us today to reminisce about that 06 team and talk about the current squad as well. So tell everybody, Solana, the trade that has gone down between Utah and Memphis, because it's interesting on several levels to me. First of all, because when I tell you who's involved here, there's 3 first-round picks being shipped off, and it's not for Ja Morant. There were 4 first-round picks shipped off for
Desmond Bain
before the season started.
To Orlando.
Rudy Gobert, was that 5 first-rounders or just 5 picks overall?
It was 5 first-round picks. I believe one of them wasn't unprotected, but it was 5 first-round picks.
I just wonder what it does to the price of Giannis. Because we've been talking about, like, the Heat's price being your A-chip, which is Tyler Hero and Khalil Ware, and then 3 first-rounders. But are you satisfied now, if you're Milwaukee, of getting 3 first-rounders in return, if Memphis is getting 3 first-rounders for whom?
Memphis sends Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Utah Jazz, part of a 7-player trade. 3 first-round picks is what Memphis is getting, along with a haul of other players. Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, our boy, Taylor Hendricks, and Georges Niang are going to Memphis with those 3 first-round picks. And the Jazz also get Jock Landale and Vince Williams Jr. in the deal.
It's really interesting to me, just the number of first-round picks that have been bandied about in the NBA over the past couple of seasons. But I just wonder what that does for the price of Giannis. Because if Desmond Bane was able to get 4 first-rounders in the offseason, if you're Milwaukee, now it depends who you covet, but if you're Milwaukee and you just want to rebuild through the draft and you want to bank first-rounders, you're probably better off waiting till the offseason because then you've got even more time and more suitors to figure out what they want to do. But I don't know. Who knows? I mean, this could just be the start of a domino effect where you're going to see a whole bunch of guys changing teams, including maybe James Harden, who seems to, and they're on a hot streak. So I don't even understand what's going on there.
He wants money. It all comes down to money with James Harden. He wants an extension now, even though he's still under contract for another season and a half.
I mean, why don't you just enjoy a decent season that's starting to be put together, James?
Does that surprise you, James Harden? Who,
yes, at this point in his career, yes.
Has asked out more than he's won playoff games. It
yes.
feels that way anyways.
At this point in his career, this surprises me. Even knowing his history, at this point, it's like, hey, maybe ride it out with the Clips. You're starting to put it together. Kawhi is still one hell of a ball player if he's healthy, and just see what you can get done. But obviously, he wants that bread, man.
Does that interest you at all, James Harden?
No.
I'm with you.
Yeah, not at all. At all. Anyway, we'll talk about it all. Crowder will be joining us in about 10 or 15 minutes. Like I said, he is boots on the ground in San Francisco. And today on the program, we're going to talk with Eric Reed. And we will talk with Dave Mason. Comes on with us every year for Super Bowl week. He's a manager of the Bet Online Sportsbook. We always like talking props and hoo-ha with him. And Rondé Gadsden, of course. I always remind people during Super Bowl week that Rondé actually has a Super Bowl ring that he won during his rookie season with Dallas.
That's right.
Everybody feels like, oh, he's just Dolphins for life, but actually spent the first season in Dallas. It was a Super Bowl season. Does he still have that ring? I can't remember if I've ever asked him.
I think he does.
He does? I'll ask him today.
Yeah.
So there you go. We have a big day 2 of Super Bowl week planned. Let's get headlines. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Whether or not he does have it, it probably doesn't have as much meaning to him as, say, one of Tom Brady's rings or somebody, because OG, I don't believe played in the Super Bowl with the Cowboys.
I would submit completely differently.
Really?
Yeah. When you have a career in the NFL, but you're not a Pro Bowler, you've got some great memories and some great plays, but you have a Super Bowl ring when so many players don't, I would submit that that's the greatest thing that ever happened to him in the NFL.
No. OG, who was catching touchdown passes from Dan Marino.
I would submit to you the greatest thing that ever happened to him in the NFL was winning a Super Bowl.
Man, I don't know.
Even though he wasn't active for the game.
Wasn't active for the game.
Yeah, was injured.
Didn't really have a big part of the Cowboys' run to the Super Bowl at all.
He was an unsigned free agent when he got there.
Yeah. I believe the only thing he remembers or is remembered for in terms of that season with the Cowboys was that Troy Aikman didn't like the fact that he had a monkey in the locker room.
Well, you got to celebrate a Super Bowl ring somehow.
So here we go. Here's the trade one more time. The Grizzlies are trading Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Utah Jazz. Here's where I kind of shift my focus to.
Okay.
Yes, you see 3 first-round picks. And yes, that's a haul. But don't forget, Utah just has a ton of picks, which comes into play here. Like, Utah had a ton of picks from the Donovan Mitchell trade, which I believe was 4 first-round picks. And I just looked it up. It was 4 unprotected for Rudy Gobert from Minnesota, plus a pick swap. So 4 first-round picks plus a pick swap. So, I mean, they literally just have an arsenal of picks that they're able to put together and go trade. So I think that matters. When a team is dealing with a team like that, they know, hey, you've got as many picks and as much draft capital as literally anybody in the league other than the defending champions, Oklahoma City, because they're on just like an unprecedented run of success plus having picks. I think there's some bargaining and some leverage that Memphis has in terms of, hey, we want more picks. We want more than you're maybe willing to offer us at the very beginning of the trade. I don't think it necessarily sets a market for how many first-round picks are required for any given quote-unquote star, but I do also understand the perspective of Jaren Jackson Jr. is getting 3 unprotected first-round picks. What would Giannis get?
I think it's a fan's perspective that you have to be concerned with, because you don't want to get fleeced or feel like you're getting fleeced by your fan base. And, Giannis is top 5 in the league. Are we in agreement on that?
I think he's top 5.
Top 3?
Easy. Probably top 3. When healthy, I think he's top 5, probably top 3, but whatever. I mean, at that point, you're kind of splitting hairs.
So now you have to have at least 3 in return then. If it's going to happen this week, and the Heat could potentially put together 3, they'd have to trade Wiggins for a first rounder. That's the only way they can get to 3. There is no way this week Jackson's going to get 3 and Giannis is going to end up getting 2.
Well, there are other avenues the Heat can take to acquiring an extra pick. Right. There are other avenues, not as likely as just trading Andrew Wiggins, but there are other avenues. Barry Jackson had mentioned yesterday, the Heat waiving protections with that Charlotte pick, and Charlotte agrees to take the unprotected Heat pick in 2028. That would free up an extra third rounder that they could potentially offer to the Bucks. And then he had pointed out another avenue that Miami could potentially take that involves Oklahoma City. That one, it was a little bit confusing for me. But there are other avenues they could take. My guess is, though, Andrew Wiggins is a much more direct path, because there's teams like the Lakers. There's teams that are quote-unquote contenders or feel like they're a piece away from contending that would welcome Andrew Wiggins, and they'd be willing to move on from a first-round pick for him.
Well, that's, again, I think something that's going to have to happen. Because, again, I know you can say, well, there's good talent going back to Milwaukee from Miami, but Tyler Hero and Kel'el Ware, again, I'm just talking about reaction from a national perspective, fan base and media. They're going to say, wait a second, Memphis got this for that, and Milwaukee got this for Giannis? How's that possible?
Do you think the package that is being reported or rumored from Miami, do you think that's the best available package for Milwaukee as we talk right now?
Oh, I don't know. Again, I don't know what their plans are, right? Like, I don't know what their plans are.
I'm so confused. Hoch, I know I see this from the Heat lens. I realize that. And I know I'm on record on this show of hyping guys like Kel'el Ware, guys like Pelle Larsson, guys like Jaime Jaquez Jr., probably more so than, a casual Heat fan or casual NBA fan would consider in terms of their talent. But I'm reading some of the stuff from some of the national guys. I read in The Athletic this morning, Sam Amick, who was basically saying that none of the offers currently on the table are considered good or great offers, and that it probably feels like Milwaukee is leaning towards not trading Giannis because, like you're saying, they don't want to be bamboozled. They don't want to get got. And I'm sitting here. He was basically saying that Golden State, 4 unprotected first-round picks, and like Draymond and Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga. No, now it's like Jimmy Butler's off the table. Jimmy Butler's not even included. That is seemingly the best offer available. That's what executives around the league feel like would be the best offer available. And I don't know. I'm viewing this from Heat glasses. I don't understand how the Heat offer that's being reported or rumored of Tyler and Kel'el Ware and potentially Jaime Jaquez Jr. and potentially 3 unprotected first-round picks and maybe a Kaz or maybe a Pella isn't significantly better.
It's not. 4 unprotected first-round picks?
But how could you, if you're Golden State, go to Giannis and say, hey, we think we'll team you up with Curry now and we'll be great for a 2-year winner. Remember, Steph Curry's 36 years old.
Yeah.
We'll be great. But then even once Steph retires, 38, 39 years old, and those picks are supposed to be conveyed by Milwaukee with the idea of Milwaukee getting picks that will be great picks because at that point, Golden State won't be any good anymore. How could they also, at the same time, sell to Giannis? No, we'll still be competing even after Steph Curry retires with you as the face.
Because look at what we've done. It's the same argument the Heat make. Like, come here. It'll all work out. We've done it before.
But at least the Heat are sending Milwaukee players that theoretically,
but again, I'm saying
use.
If you're looking at it through the prism of a fan or national media, you're sending them players who have one combined All-Star appearance between them. For Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Still think it's a good package.
It's not a bad package, but I'm not necessarily certain it's worthy of Giannis.
Yeah. The James Harden news, we got it yesterday. Shams Charania, they're working through a trade, and it seems like Cleveland apparently is interested, according to reports. But that's the latest with James Harden, who clearly is now searching for his next team. He wants out.
We can't even ask Jim Larinaga because he's not on with us this week. Jim Larinaga is at his friend Courtney's funeral week with a lot of his friends. But, Larinaga's son, Jay Larinaga, is an assistant coach with the Clippers, but we have no inside info this week.
Should we text?
We're going to have to ride it out on our own. Oh, there's Crowder.
Hey!
San Francisco. How's Super Bowl week there? Does it feel like excitement in the air? Is it like all amped up?
It's not. I'm in downtown. There's a lot of tight streets, so it's not like big courtyards. I haven't been there. Last night I Uber Eats, so I've pretty much been in my hotel room.
Party or anything?
No, I've been in my hotel room for 24 hours.
Get out of it. What'd you Uber Eats in? If you tell me like Panera, I'm gonna throw something from here to San Francisco.
Well, it's not gonna make you happy, but it's Wingstop.
Stop it!
Oh my God, man.
Please tell me you're joking.
Wingstop.
Sometimes the jokes just write themselves, but honestly, you flew to the West Coast, and you Uber Eats in San Francisco, which happens to be one of the great eating cities in the country. You Uber Eats in Wingstop.
There's a place. It's 1.2 miles away. It's called Pier 39, and it was one of the top Dungeness Crab places in San Francisco. And I planned on it, and then I got into bed. I started watching Forensic Files, and I said, "Well, I think I'll just go and get some wings. I'll go to."
This is why you don't understand travel. Every time we say, "Oh, we've booked a trip with our wife or your fiance," and he's like, "Why? Why would you go to London? I don't understand." You're in a great city, and you got caught up in some sort of rerun, and then just ordered Wingstop. So you don't understand how to visit a city and make the most of your time.
Well, the husband looked like he did it, but it ended up being the doctor that drew her blood, and they were messing around. It was a great episode.
Maddening. You are maddening.
Yeah, Wingstop first night. I'll eat a good dinner tonight for y'all.
Go get some sourdough bread. Get some Ghirardelli chocolate. I mean, let's go. Ride a cable car.
There is a place around the corner that serves sourdough bread bowl, clam chowder with Dungeness crab meat on top.
How have you not had that 4 times already?
Lemon pepper hot, 20-piece. Extra crispy blue cheese.
Unbelievable. Annoying. Also, keep your head on a swivel.
I didn't feel any shakies last night.
Well, you never know when the earthquake's coming.
Okay. Well, that is a true statement. You never know when the earthquake's coming.
Well, I think now that they have like some technology, they can sense that there may be some tremors.
Sometimes they see some tectonic plate movement.
What's that?
Anyway, do you have anything else? Because Eric Reed's coming up. I want to make sure we have enough time with him.
Are any of you buying the Buffalo Sabres?
I'm selling the Panthers. I don't know if I'm buying the Sabres per se, but the Panthers are going to have a rough road to the playoffs.
Oh, Jack. Paul Maurice is going to figure it out, get in the tournament. We're going back to the Stanley Cup.
Unless Paul Maurice can figure out how to resuscitate players who will keep dropping from injury like flies, unless he can pull a Mr. Miyagi and take Sam Bennett, they're just not healthy enough.
It's just hockey.
It is just hockey, but don't expect much of it in May or June this season.
This is a pretty much perfect example of how yesterday went. So before the game, Kachuk talking with Katie Engelson, quote, "This game right here is by far the biggest game of the year." After the game, from Matthew Kachuk, quote, "We are in trouble now."
Yeah. Because the team that they're chasing is Buffalo, and they need to make up ground against that particular team. They had a 2-goal lead and just couldn't hold on.
They had a 1-goal lead against the Jets on Saturday.
No.
Got outscored 2-0 in the third period. Yeah, tough times. There's 2 more games left before the break, the 3-week break for the Olympics.
I would like to say, and tomorrow I'll be live. Solana and I will be live at the Amerant Bank Arena for Panthers Bruins, I think it's Panthers Bruins tomorrow.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, I just want to state this for the record. The Panthers have carte blanche to do whatever they want to do and finish wherever they want to finish till 2033 in my book. Like, if they don't make the playoffs until 2033, I'm good with it because they gave us 3 incredible seasons in a row, really 4. This one's due to injury. This is kind of a get-right season.
I'll give you the get-right.
They got to get right, but they've given us so much enjoyment over the last 4 seasons that I give them till 2033 before I would start to say, hey, this Panthers team, what are they doing?
7 years of irrelevance?
Yep.
Oh, they'll fire Paul Maurice by 2030.
That's fine. I'm just saying they can do no wrong, and if they go to the another Stanley Cup, I extend it by 2 more years.
It is against the Bruins tomorrow, 7:00 tonight. The Heat host the Atlanta Hawks. They had the gala yesterday at the Kaseya Center, and the entire 06 championship team will be honored today. I imagine a 2-hour-long halftime ceremony. So
is it at halftime, do you think?
It's going to be sprinkled throughout the entire day. I know Dwayne Wade's going to be on the East Plaza after the game with DJ Irie. If you have the American Express Platinum card, first 200 people get in. We're supposed to have guests coming by. I may have Michael Doliak or Jason Capono on.
I'm sure
pre-heat.
Eric Reed is going to have D. Wade and Shaq. That's what I want to talk with E. Reed in the next segment. Yeah.
Your weather in South Florida.
Who did Antoine Walker eat? Because they can't have the whole team there.
Big fella.
What's the roster? Because he ate one of the players.
Guy Uber eats in some lemon pepper wings.
He Uber eats in some Doliak.
Can he still shimmy?
He can shake. I don't know about the shimmy.
He tears ACL if he shimmied.
Your weather, it's warming up a little bit in South Florida. It's in the mid-60s, and it won't be as cold.
When I was driving, it was my temperature on the car said 72, and it was warm out.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a fleece sweatshirt. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I was freezing last night. I figured it was going to be freezing today. I feel like it's warmed up. And then I saw one of the weather guys I follow in Tampa tweeted out something like, hey, you're ready for a little taste of spring again tomorrow. Mid-70s, bright sunshine. It's going to taper off again, though. It's going to get chilly again towards the end of the week.
Correct.
But tomorrow, you're going to get a South Florida February day.
But nothing like earlier in the week. Like tonight, the lows here in Miami, 60, 62. Tomorrow, the low in general is like 55.
Yeah.
So nothing like earlier.
And when the sun's out, it feels great.
Excellent. That's your weather.
Is Derek and Shandon Anderson there?
No, Derek Anderson and Shannon Anderson will not be in attendance.
Well, one of them are consumed.
I saw Darrell Wright with Will Manso last night. Oh, no. It was with Cunha. I saw Darrell Wright with Cunha last night.
We should have went.
20 years since Darrell Wright. I mean, just flew by.
Yeah.
Like, just flew by. That's crazy. 20 years.
Yep. That was my second year with the Dolphins.
Remember, Shaq gets off the semi-truck. He's got the super soaker. I mean, does that feel like it was 20 years ago?
Nope. Solana couldn't even make babies. He can't make babies now.
I was like 8 years old when Shaq got off the semi-truck.
It's crazy.
06.
My son sent us a
and
text
10?
this morning. He goes, hey, I just applied for graduation. Like he graduates college in 2 months.
That's crazy.
He graduates college in 2 months. What?
That's
Crazy.
nuts.
When I got hired by QAM, you had his bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd this happen? And trust me, it's not like he's on a fast track. He's not brilliant by any stretch of the imagination. He's a Hochman. The fact that he's getting this done in 4 years is amazing. He goes, I applied for graduation. I go, well, don't show him your grades on the application.
Just get that little pad.
Just see if they'll let you walk. All right, Eric Reed is going to join us in the next segment. For a lot of guys listening, 2026 probably started with a resolution about improving your health. Hopefully you're doing just that. But when you're tired, low on energy, not sleeping well, you don't see progress in the gym, staying committed can be tough. Atlantic Men's Clinic can likely help you, though, because being tired and low on energy and not seeing enough progress when you're working out, those are often signs of low testosterone, and that's where Atlantic Men's Clinic comes in. I've been getting a testosterone shot on Tuesdays, today, once a week at Atlantic Men's Clinic for over a year now. I am legit thrilled. I wish I'd started sooner, to be honest. There is a noticeable difference in energy, just how you feel overall when your testosterone is in the correct range. And now Atlantic Men's Clinic is also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and PDA, all designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With low T treatments combined with the body composition programs, most men notice real improvements, more energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, often a renewed sex drive as well. There are 7 Atlantic Men's Clinic locations in South Florida. So call them to set up a consultation or to get some info. 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or you can always visit the website atlanticmensclinic.com for more info. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm the hottest chick in the game right now, man.
Go.
Was this from the 06 season? Because this smells Big Three to me.
This is Big Three era for sure.
Right. Because I'm wondering, and I know, Jimmy, obviously it's a Heat song. I'm not complaining about your music choice, but this to me connotes Big Three era. Was there a song that connoted the 2006 season?
In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
That was the intro song.
I know they brought it back for the opening of the Big Three era in Miami with LeBron and Wade, but 2006, there is no doubt, In the Air Tonight. I have vivid memories
because that was the intro song
in the building. That was the intro song.
Yeah. All right. Eric Reed's going to join us here on the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Crowder is in San Francisco, boots on the ground, Super Bowl Radio Row week. And so you were not here to watch the all the revelry of the gala last night where the Heat celebrated the 06 season, but they're going to do it tonight. Heat and Hawks at the Kaseya Center. And Eric Reed, longtime play-by-play man for the Heat on FanDuel Sports Network Sun. And you can see him tonight along with John Crotty and Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert, Will Mansell, cast of thousands as the Heat host Atlanta. And Reed, the Heat are going to celebrate tonight the 20th anniversary of that 2006 championship team. This may be an unfair question, but where does that particular season stand in your personal pantheon of seasons covered? Because it was the first championship and we had unbelievable, big names with Shaq and D Wade. But obviously there were a couple more to come. And so I wonder if you can rank it or if that's impossible.
Well, Hoch, first of all, great to be on with you guys. This is a special couple of days for the Heat and our fan base and for South Florida to take this journey back in time 20 years ago. It's remarkable how fast the 20 years have gone by, and it was special to see that group together last night. But, listen, there were two others. There one day will be more, but there'll never be another first. And to go back in time 20 years and remember that moment and that team and all of us diving into the history of it again, but seeing everybody last night, could you imagine, and I know Crowder will like this, how our current team, the good that did them last night, for them to be in a room to see and feel and hear what a championship is like 20 years later. It was powerful. And to have like 10 or 11 of the guys back, many of them back for the first time. I mean, Doliak came in from Montana. They came from all corners. Gary Payton from the West Coast. It was special, and it's going to be. Last night was great, and tonight's going to be even better, I hope.
Hey, Reed, and then like you bring up Wade and Shaq and UD, who's my homeboy, and Peyton and Zoe and Posey and those guys from that 06 team. When did you know? Because like you said, it was the first, and you've been here a long time. Was it November, December, January? When did you look at this team and say, "Damn, we might have a championship team here"?
The year before, Crowder. The year before, and even though the team changed dramatically, I'm glad you asked me that question. Listen, the year before, Shaq and Wade's first year together, and remember, that's the partnership that really put the Heat on the map for the whole world. I mean, listen, after Zoe and Tim. I mean, those teams were great in the late 90s. They were first contending teams. But Shaq and Wade took us to a level that we had not been as a franchise. But to get to the conference finals in 05, and you're up 20 in Game 5 to take a 3-2 lead on a Dwayne Wade jump shot, and on that same play, he hurts his ribs. And I remember saying at the time it was a high point and a low point at the very same point, because Wade couldn't play in Game 6 and the Heat lost, played hurt and barely played in Game 7. Pistons went on to play in the finals that year and not the Heat. So rather than stand pat and come back with that same team, Pat made the huge trade before the next season began, getting Jason Williams and Antoine Walker and James Posey. So the team changed dramatically. But listen, you knew it was going to be a contending team. But if you think back to that turbulent start, remember Stan Van Gundy began the year as the team's head coach. They got off to a 10-10 start. And Gary Payton also came in, by the way, in those offseason moves. You added some incredible veteran players. You got Pat Riley coming back 21 games into that season, and you got the star power of Shaq and Wade. So you sort of felt like it could happen the whole year, but as the season went on and they worked their way into becoming a team, they were ready to contend and compete, and ultimately they won that championship. It was a great journey to get there. To be able to beat the Pistons in that conference final, with Ben Wallace and Rip Hamilton and Billups, that whole group, Prince, that was exercising a demon and sort of pulling the sword out of the stone. And the series with Dallas was epic. The memories there's so many of them, but the greatest one is down 2-0 and, got beat worse in game 2 in Dallas than they did in game 1. And the story was retold again last night that they're in that locker room in Dallas after the game 2 defeat. And like in Dallas, already publishing plans for their championship parade. And Gary Payton yells out to Pat Riley, "Coach, what are we going to do?" And Pat writes on the whiteboard, 6/20/06. He goes, "Men, that's when we can win the championship." They had to win 4 straight to win it. And he said, anybody that doesn't believe it can get out of this locker room right now. And they did win 4 straight. But 3 of those 4 wins were by 3 points or less. And remember the game 3 drama? I mean, they were down big early. That was the Dwayne Wade game saying, down 15 second half, I ain't going out like this. And to me, my favorite moment of the whole championship first season was the last second of game 3. I think Wade had 43 points and 12 rebounds. He played well over 40 minutes, but it was a defensive play that he made in the last second of the game that won the game. There was 1 second left, Heat up by 2. Dirk Nowitzki going to inbound from side court, offensive end, and they run a play where Josh Howard, their high-flying forward, came off a screen, had Dwayne Wade beat by a step. Nowitzki lobs it toward the rim. Howard goes up for what looked like it was going to be a game-tying dunk, and Wade recovers, leaps, and deflects the ball away. So it was a defensive play in the last second of a game to win it. And to me, that is what a champion does. That's what a champion looks like. And that's what it takes to be a champion, to make plays like that. He went on to have one of the great finals in NBA history, averaged 39 a game in the 4 wins. He was unstoppable. It was his 4th year. And he was at the pinnacle of his career and at the pinnacle of his profession. And 20 years later, this stuff still feels so darn good.
I got chills listening to E.
Reed. I got goosebumps too, Solana.
I could listen to E. Reed.
Dude, we got the goosebumps last night when they lined the guys up. Our current team with the championship team, and Heat style, always perfect, right? So they had them behind the curtain, and all of a sudden the curtain opens, and there they are together. Like everybody in the room had goosebumps last night when that happened.
On top of the organization winning its first title, that's special, as you mentioned. There were so many individual storylines you read with that 06 team. I'll list a very few here. Riley finally kind of shaking off the Knicks demon, coming back to coaching, winning his first title after leaving LA. Zoe back with Miami, overcoming the entire medical illness that he had, winning his first title. Shaq winning without Kobe. Wade becoming a superstar, but Gary Payton hitting the big shot in game 3. Like, so many guys that came together for that first ring, aging veterans.
The glove in his 17th year. That was his only score of that game, was that big game 3 shot.
Crazy.
So let me stop you right there, because we'll drive off the same cliff together. Pat Riley, the one takeaway I'm going to give you with Coach Riley, this means so much to him to revisit this 20 years later, but the game 6 strategy, it's always been one of my favorite storylines of that final, because remember his 1 suit, 1 shirt, 1 tie mentality of going there up 3-2, game 6 and 7 is in Dallas. And he said 1 suit, 1 shirt, 1 tie. He doubled down when he had the team check out of the hotel. It was like bags on the bus, guys. So all these years have gone, and the Heat win in game 6. And we did go back to the hotel, but it was for a championship party that none of us will ever forget. I just, within the last 2 weeks, after all this time, I finally asked Pat Riley a question that was on my mind, how he came to that strategy. Well, remember his Knicks team that he took to Houston, up 3-2 in the NBA Finals. And then they lost game 6 and 7. And I asked Coach, what was his game 6 strategy with that team in terms of how he approached it? He said he wasn't mindful of it. And that's how that strategy came to be in 06, and it worked, and it was terrific. The Alonzo Mourning angle, listen, there are two guys that hold a special place in my heart for this franchise that I felt were the most worthy and deserving to be a part of that first championship. Ron Rothstein, who was our first head coach through the 3 years of expansion, he was a Pat Riley assistant and served a huge role. And Alonzo Mourning to come back to finish his career in a Heat uniform, the encore performance of a lifetime. You know what he did. You know, first of all, having him and Shaq on the same team, it was incredible to me because for me they were the Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell of their era, two dominating big guys who were very different in their style of play and their personalities, but they were the first and second pick of their draft. So to have them together I felt like it was historic. But to see Zoe play the way he did in Game 6, it's on the Mount Rushmore of moments. His 14 minutes in Game 6 were probably the most passionate minutes you'll ever witness in an NBA Finals game. He had 5 blocks in those 14 minutes and was a huge part of that Game 6 win and that championship and this culture that we know and appreciate right now.
Well, tonight, the Heat will celebrate the 20th anniversary of this 2006 championship team, which we could talk about for hours. But it'll happen tonight at the Kaseya Center, and you can watch it on FanDuel Sports Network. Son, I'm imagining you're going to have some special guests tonight.
Yeah, we're planning on it. I think we'll have Shaq and Dwayne on with us. Tony Fiorentino is going to jump in with me and Crotty, at some point during the game. And the halftime ceremony will be televised on FanDuel Sports Network. I think we're all going to enjoy it. It's special to celebrate it. Championships are hard to win, and you know what the bottom line is. They only count for one season, but the reality is it lasts a lifetime for the guys that won it and for the fans that enjoyed it. So we're going to all enjoy tonight.
Well, can you save a guest or two for the Miami Heat audio experience so that Solana doesn't feel totally left out? Can you send Darrell Wright his way or something?
Darrell's here, man. Darrell was the baby of that team. Yeah. And it was really cool that Darrell's brother got to play with us for a year. So listen, one of the main things that makes this organization so unique is the consistency in the ownership and leadership. And that's why there are so many like me. There's only 7 of us that have been here since 88, 89, but there are many that have been here for the 30, 31 years of the Pat Riley era. And that's rare in any business, especially in professional sports. I think that's one of the things that makes this organization as unique and as special as it is. And that's why we're feeling this moment in such a real and emotional and grateful way.
Eric Reed, watch him tonight, FanDuel Sports Network, son. You can listen to the game here on 104.3 FM WQAM. And tell your partner, John Crotty, to stop disrespecting my boy Buzelis. He was calling him Bazoulis for a couple of plays the other night. I said,
listen, man, I'm just glad we're done with the Bulls. We overdosed on that.
I gotta send Crotty a voice memo or something. What are you doing with my Bazoulis over here? Have fun tonight with the celebration, Reed. We appreciate your time.
Guys. Nice to be with you, and thank you.
There you go. Eric Reed, longtime play-by-play voice for your Miami Heat. Great memories for everyone there, the 06 season. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Who are you comparing Kobe to?
Josh Giddey.
Today's
We back at it with the steady Hotman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next. Always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right. Talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a mad murder's bomb off power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock.
Throw those threes up.
Ready for that 3 o'clock. Are you ready for
Ready for the third quarter? This is our version of the third quarter. 3 o'clock hour always.
We ain't gonna hang it up.
No, Rondé's going to be on with us this hour. So this will not be a third quarter in radio parlance. How about this? A couple of props for the Super Bowl as long as you're out there in San Fran. And in the 4 o'clock hour, we're going to talk with Dave Mason, who's the sportsbook manager for Bet Online. We always have him on, talk some Super Bowl props. Here's a couple, though. Will any touchdown be overturned by replay? I like that. I like that prop.
I hate that prop because I have a strong feeling on yes, so it's probably the underdog.
It is the underdog. It's yes is plus 300. No is a big favorite at minus 500.
I can't bet in California on the Hard Rock Bet app.
That is correct.
Oh, why, man? Come on now.
You tell me what you want. You let me know.
Okay.
But you're not staying for the game.
That's right. You'll be back on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be back Sunday. I'll bet as soon as I land.
How many times will Terry McCauley be consulted? He's the officiating, the rules expert.
Oh.
Over under is set at 2.5.
Oh, over.
You think over?
Easy.
Over.
Because
that's easy money.
Super Bowl, I think it's a pretty normally well officiated game. And so
but
how many times are you going to have stuff that need to be consulted about?
But they have to make sure it's right because the world is watching.
True. How about, will Terry McCauley disagree with a call after reviewing it?
No.
He never does.
No.
He literally never does. No is minus 140.
Yeah, he's a do boy. No, that sounds about right.
It's amazing. He whatever they say. He's funny because he will agree with the call on the field. They got it right. And then if it gets reversed, he agrees with the reversal.
Yeah. He knows where his bread is buttered, I think the phrase is.
Will pass interference or roughing the passer be called in the final 2 minutes of the game?
Yes.
Yes.
You think it's going to come down to a final drive? That's the only way that happens.
Even if it's not coming down to the final drive.
Well, then you're not passing.
A team could be down 2 scores. They're trying to push the ball. They're throwing long passes, and a flag can be thrown.
Yes has to be a heavy favorite.
It is no, minus 500.
What's yes?
Yes is plus 300.
Oh, I'm making that bet. Put it in for me, Hoch.
Interesting.
1 unit.
What will be the first penalty of the game? You want to guess what the favorite is? First
offensive holding.
False start.
False start. False start is plus 160. Offensive holding is plus 200. Those are the top 2 chances. Horse collar tackle plus 5,000. Will there be a penalty called for offensive pass interference?
In the whole game?
Yep.
Yes.
Really? That's very rarely called. No is minus 1,000.
Yes, there'll be one.
Really? Offensive pass interference?
Yeah, because they called. I've seen 3 in the playoffs already.
All right. I got to look at who the receivers are, what their propensity is for offensive pass interference. Like, you really have to handicap it to see who you're dealing with.
They're not calling it on Jackson Smith and Jigba. They're just not. He has too much cachet. So really, you're looking at Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins. Well,
Mac
it's Mac
Hollins. Mac Hollins is going to mush somebody in the face.
There is a prop somewhere about Mac Hollins showing up to the game barefoot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Minus 50,000.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, antics. Mac Hollins antics. Put it in.
What about if they win the Super Bowl? Does he yell Warriors into the microphone? Because I would put that as minus 10,000.
But he only did it for the conference championship game. Like he changes character.
Nope. On the send off that New England had prior to leaving, they did like a whole thing at Gillette Stadium. They had the entire team yelling Warriors.
Oh, so now he's leaning into that, like that's his thing.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel yelled it into a microphone, like that's their thing right now. They all had signs.
Have you ever seen that movie, by the way?
I haven't.
I mean, honestly, one of the best movies of all time, The Warriors. You've never seen it, Jimmy?
Never seen it.
You've seen it, Crowder, right? The Warriors.
Oh yeah, it's a silly movie, but it's a good movie.
A great one. I mean, it's ridiculous with the baseball fury and the orphans,
Yeah.
Lizzie's. I mean, but just a classic movie.
Anything that has a fight in it, I like to watch fights.
But they're like choreographed gang fights, which makes it funny. Like it's like this is what Coney Island is supposed to look like in the 70s, gang-ridden Coney Island in the 70s. But you know, one of the gangs, they just are mimes. Another gang is the baseball furies. They wear baseball uniforms. Like they got a little cutesy with the gang makeup.
It's a silly movie, but I enjoyed it.
I love it. I love that movie, and the soundtrack is banging.
Really?
Play the Baseball Furies Chase at some point today. It's a great song. All right, let's do headlines because Rondé Getz, I wonder if he's ever seen the Warriors. I think he probably did because people my age, like I was surprised Mac Hollins leaned into it so much.
When that come out?
79.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think 79.
I don't think my parents knew each other.
All right, let's do headlines. Brought to you by Durrell Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Kia or DurrellKia.com.
Hawk, yesterday we opened up the show discussing how the Dolphins, they haven't sniffed a Super Bowl. Feels like they're as far away as they've been maybe ever.
Yeah.
26 years without a playoff victory. ESPN put out a quiz for every Super Bowl winning team. And essentially, they're asking you, how well do you know your team's last Super Bowl roster?
I don't know it at all.
1973 Miami Dolphins, 10 questions. Let's do a quiz.
All right. I'm in.
Do it together.
Don Shula.
Number one.
Okay.
Which quarterback started the most games for? Remember, this is
Earl Morrall.
the 1970.
Earl Morrall.
No, 1973 Miami Dolphins, not the 1972 Miami Dolphins. The undefeated team, Greasy got hurt, so it was Earl Morrall, who started most of the games until I think the conference championship game. But they won back-to-back years. This is 1973. Are you sure Greasy didn't start most of the games?
So it's the 74 Super Bowl, 73 season.
Correct.
Okay.
Greasy.
I'm going to go with, I'll go with Bob Greasy.
Well, your options are Greasy, Morrall, Don Strock, the stroker.
Oh, the stroker.
Or Jay Fiedler.
I'll go with Don Strock.
Jay Fiedler wasn't alive.
Bob Greasy is correct. Pass complete. A total of 67 different quarterbacks have started a Super Bowl club that will grow by 2 on Sunday. Which player scored in the Super Bowl for the 1973 Miami Dolphins? Here are your options.
Okay.
Mercury Morris,
All right.
Paul Warfield, Jim Kick,
Okay.
and Marlon Briscoe.
I'm going to go Mark.
I'm going Kick.
I'm going Kick.
Well, I'm going Paul Warfield.
I'm guessing because it's Paul Warfield.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Jim Kick. 2 of them voted Jim Kick.
Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Jim Kick is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, they let Jim Kick run anything inside the 5. They let Jim Kick score.
Do you guys remember who the Dolphins beat? This is not a question. I'm just asking you who the Dolphins beat because the undefeated season
in the NFC.
I wonder who it is.
I have no idea.
The undefeated season, I believe, was the Redskins.
Correct.
You're not allowed to say that.
Well, it's factually correct.
It was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think the 73 was the Vikings. Jimmy, double check. I think it was the Vikings.
It is. I don't need to double check.
Which player was a rookie on the
to go,
1973 Miami Dolphins?
Mark
Rookie
Hochman.
73 Dolphins. I wish, man.
Vern Den Herder, Doug Swift, Charlie Babb, or Ed Newman?
I'll go Ed Newman.
Swift.
Yeah, I'll go with Swift. Whatever.
All right, Doug Swift. Incorrect. It was Ed Newman.
Yeah, Thunderclap Newman.
Which member of the 1973 Miami Dolphins is a member? Thunderclap Newman.
I think he's a musician, Thunderclap Newman. There's a Thunderclap Newman somewhere. I don't
Newman.
think it's Ed.
Paul Newman. Which member of the 1973 Dolphins is a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Dan Marino.
Zonka.
Larry Zonka. Boom. Which defensive player led the 1973 Miami Dolphins in interceptions?
Kim Bokamper.
Nope.
Bob Baumhauer.
Curtis
Stephen
Johnson,
Ross.
Mike Colin, Jake Scott, or Dick Anderson?
Oh, Jake Scott.
No, Dick Anderson.
Dick Anderson.
Dick Anderson got some swag to him.
Of course you love him. Who is the kicker of the 1973 Miami Dolphins? This I know.
That has to be I can picture him, the bald guy. Garo Yepremian.
Garo Yepremian is the option. Here is the multiple choice. Larry Seipel, Garo Yepremian, Jim Langer, or Lionel Messi. Getting cute.
Garo Yepremian.
Yepremian.
Correct. Which member of the 73 Miami Dolphins had played 10 or more seasons in the NFL? Manny Fernandez, Norm Evans, Nick Bonacani, or Larry Little?
Ooh, it's either Bonacani or Little.
Not Manny Fernandez.
Manny Fernandez.
I'll say Manny Fernandez.
I'm going to go Nick Bonacani.
All right, well, Manny Fernandez is our pick. It was Nick Bonacani.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is kind of petering out here at the end.
No, I love this.
Who scored a touchdown for the 1973 Miami Dolphins? Don Nottingham, Marv Fleming.
Oh, I love a Marv.
No Marvs.
Jake Scott, or Marlon Briscoe.
Jake Scott.
Marv.
Jake Scott.
Marlon Briscoe. That was easy. Come on.
Jake Scott's not going to be two answers in a 10-question quiz.
And Jake and Marlon. I think Marlon probably gets in the end zone before Jake.
What about Marv?
Marv ain't going to make it. Marv sells wine.
Crowder, let's test your SEC knowledge. Dolphins/SEC knowledge. Which member of the 1973 Miami Dolphins went to college at Georgia? Jake Scott, Larry Little, Bob Hines, or Vern Den Herder?
Big Vern.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Vern.
Jake Scott.
Oh. How about that?
And finally,
Jake Scott put the biggest dip in his mouth I've ever seen in my life. When I saw him, he took half a can of dip.
Looks like
Ugla-esque?
Ugla-esque dip. We were sitting
at like a redneck.
He's a big white man. We were sitting at a hotel, and I went down to the bar, and it's like 9 a.m. and he pulled the dip out of the can and put it in his mouth, and I'm like, this is about when I was dipping, and I'm like, you're about to put all that in your mouth? And he put it in his mouth.
I tell you what, that looks like me if I were to play for the Miami Dolphins.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he's got the chops.
He's got the chops. But I think I would have had to have that if I was a football
Right.
player because I wouldn't be intimidating otherwise.
Right.
I gotta show you the picture here, Crowder. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Send it to me. The biggest dip I've ever seen was Jake Scott.
There you go. This is me if I played for the Dolphins in 73.
Yep, that's Jake.
Yeah.
$9 dip.
What position did he play?
Safety.
He was a Super Bowl MVP as
Punt
safety?
returner. No, nobody said anything about Super Bowl MVP.
No, Jake Scott and Dick Anderson played next to each other. There were two white safeties, which is crazy.
But it says here on the Google thing, Jake Scott, Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, wow.
But it was right around Jim Crow. So white guys could be safeties back then.
No, white guys are still safeties.
Nah.
Safeties, you kind of float all over the place.
Nah,
Yeah.
no white DBs. There's no DBs.
Yeah, white DBs are dying out, Hawk.
Yeah.
He was also a punt returner.
That's when punts didn't get returned. It was punt catchers.
Hey, it was Super Bowl MVP.
Wow. With the Dolphins?
For Super Bowl. Yeah.
Huh.
How about that?
Dolphins legend.
Yeah, Dolphins beat the Redskins 14-7. So there was not a lot of offense. MVP was Jake Scott, safety.
And who carried the ball on the
running
1973 Miami Dolphins' longest play from scrimmage in the Super Bowl? Paul Warfield, Marlon Briscoe, Larry Zonka, or Jim Mandich, the GOAT?
Were they doing end around to Mandich?
No, Zonk.
Warfield.
I think it's Warfield.
Yeah.
Mandich.
Warfield. Paul Warfield.
Would you like to know who the halftime entertainment was at that Super Bowl in 1973? That was in Los Angeles at Memorial Coliseum.
Dolly Parton.
It was the Michigan Marching Band, Woody Herman, and Andy Williams.
Big get.
U2.
And I just told you.
Oh.
Michigan Marching Band played This Land Is Your Land, Woodchopper's Ball, Put on a Happy Face. Andy Williams sang People. People.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Are the loneliest people in the world.
Robert E. Lee.
In 1969, the Super Bowl III was played at the Orange Bowl. The halftime show was the Florida A&M Band and a Miami area high school band. We have come a long way.
Jake Scott had a 63-yard interception in that game.
There you go. We went 6 of 10 on Miami Dolphins.
That's kind of impressive.
1973 Super Bowl championship.
Which is amazing that was the last time they played in a Super Bowl. That's
the last time they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They did play.
You're right.
84 with Marino.
Yeah.
Yeah, against 49ers.
That the last time they won the Super Bowl, I mean, we're just guessing. Like that's crazy. I mean, that is such futility for a once proud franchise. It's almost staggering.
Let's go, Halfley. Go get him, Halfley.
Go get him.
Sully's gonna turn it all around, Hawk.
Yeah.
Turn it all around.
Need ourselves a Jake Scott type.
No, we don't. I don't want a white safety, Hawk.
I would argue that 1973 Dolphins Super Bowl is the least remembered Super Bowl winning team in the history of the Super Bowl. Here's why.
After the perfect season.
It was the year after the perfect season.
Yeah.
Nobody remembers that the Dolphins went back to back. They just remember that in 1972 they went undefeated.
That's called, you know what? It's when you set the standard high. It's where the Ravens and the Steelers fire their coaches because they go to the playoffs too much and don't win the Super Bowl. And so when you go undefeated and next year you just win the Super Bowl, it's not as great. Standard is the standard. My man Mike Tomlin says that all the time.
Although I would argue maybe that the Panthers Stanley Cup, the second one with Marchand, might have been more fun than the first one, even though it was the first one ever.
Yeah, going back to back is always more
crazy.
fun.
But is that recency biased? The first one is special. We just talked to E. Reed about it. The first one is special.
True.
But what makes the Dolphins one different than the Panthers going back to back is that the Dolphins did something that A, had never been accomplished before, and B, sitting here, 50 years later, has still never been replicated. The Panthers' first title was special, man.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
But the second one was even more special because they went
more
back to back.
special.
It was.
But the Dolphins' first one was more special than the back-to-back one.
Easy.
But no, if we didn't win the first one, then Marchant and them don't come here because they don't know they have a chance to win it.
And if we didn't win the first one, the second one's not back-to-back.
That's 1,000% true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Good point by you.
Thank you.
Which Heat title with the big three was more special? The first one with LeBron in 2012, you beat OKC, or the second one that followed the Ray Allen shot in Game 6, and you go back-to-back, you beat the Spurs in 7 after being down 3-2.
The drama came with the second one because they literally were setting up the court for a Spurs celebration.
Yep.
They were literally setting up the court. It was over with. The Heat were not going to come back and force another game. They were going to watch a team celebrate on their home court. So that one is the more memorable one.
The first year when Braxton Berrios shut down LeBron James.
That's right. Braxton Berrios. Famed Dallas Maverick.
What's his name?
JJ Barea.
JJ Barea at 5'5" choked out LeBron James. That's what I remember.
He was annoying like a gnat.
All right, here are the two NBA trades since we started the show, or just a little bit before. The most recent one, the Bulls, Timberwolves, and Pistons agreed to a multi-team deal. The Bulls received Jaden Ivey, Mike Conley Jr. The Pistons get Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric, and a 2026 first-round protected pick swap from the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minnesota getting ready to strike.
Looks that way. Clearing out some cap, clearing out some aging vets, setting themselves up to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Minnesota a big market?
No. That's why Kevin Garnett wanted out of there after a while.
Yeah, I don't know if Giannis doesn't want to be in Minnesota.
But he doesn't have a say in it.
That's the bad thing.
But playing next to Anthony Edwards, you would agree, is also not the worst thing in the world.
And actually, compared to Milwaukee, Minnesota is one of the biggest cities in the world.
Who's the best player Giannis ever played with? Chris Middleton?
Wow, what a great question. It might be. Am I missing someone who was on the roster at some point? I mean, Damian Lillard, you could say, but they never really played together.
I mean, it is Dame, like the greatest.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Player.
Like, are we doing like had the best run with, or literally had to have been on the Bucks roster at some point, even for a cup of coffee?
Brook Lopez?
Chris Middleton, even with his little middle school teeth, he has Brook Lopez.
Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. I mean, that's the list. Brook Lopez, I'm looking at it right now from the BehindTheBucksPass.com. Bobby Portis is ranked 5th on this list.
That's crazy. When you do it that way, he has not, and even though they've tried, like when you do, I'm looking Giannis' best teammates, and they've got key teammates and their roles. The number 4th listed is Matthew Dellavedova.
No, that can't be right. Come on.
Is it legit that Giannis is upset by Milwaukee's approach to his teammates?
Well, if you look at this list, I get it. Here it is, ranked behind the Bucks, the ranking of the 10 best teammates he's ever played with. 1 is Chris Middleton, 2 is Drew Holiday, 3 Damian Lillard, 4 Brook Lopez, 5 Bobby Portis, 6 Malcolm Brogdon,
Oh my God.
7 Eric Bledsoe, 8 Pat Connaughton, 9 PJ Tucker, and 10 Dante DiVincenzo. That would get, if I was Giannis and I looked at that list, that's understandable.
Trade me.
Bam
But Solana, he has to do it the right way, though.
Well, he's doing it the right way.
Okay.
Now he's doing it the right way. Bam Adebayo immediately becomes number one on that list. Immediately.
Oh, easily. By a wide margin.
Yeah, and I think Niko Jovic is too.
Mm-hmm.
Over Dame?
Dame was 3 behind Middleton and
Drew Holiday.
Which makes sense. I mean, they won a title together.
Because he didn't. Yeah.
I put Davion Mitchell right behind Niko Jovic as well.
And Yuki, if he ends up in Chicago. All right. Anything else? Because Arande's going to join us.
Jaren Jackson Jr., he goes to Utah. Bunch of other players involved in the deal, but Utah sends 3 first-round picks to Memphis in return for Jaren Jackson Jr. The deadline, 3 p.m. on Thursday. The Heat tonight, they host the Hawks, final game of this stretch where they're playing all the play-in teams, and the 06 title team will be celebrated tonight. The Panthers are back at it tomorrow. They host the Bruins.
Somebody does put on the chat, though, for Giannis to go to Minnesota. World-class skiing in Minnesota,
right.
which is obviously appealing to anyone who's a
Buck Hill.
traveler.
Gotta hit Buck Hill.
All right. Anything else, Solana?
Your weather in South Florida, a little warmer today. It's in the mid-60s right now.
All right. Aronde Gadsden in the next segment. I want to tell you first about my good friends and the amazing award-winning team at Doral Kia. And whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all your favorite new Kia models, like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5, a Soul, and more. Don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today. You may have heard my phone dinging during the first segment. That was my son, DJ, who is the proud owner of a Kia K4. He was texting me, Kevin Herter sucks. Herter is no longer a member of the Chicago Bulls. He's obviously gotten the information, and so that was the dinging. Kevin Herter sucks. But DJ drives a Kia K4. He had a Kia Forte, loved Kia, wanted to get another one. We went to Doral Kia specifically because Mitchell, the king of Kias, is down there, and he will take great care of you, just like he did the Hockmans if you're in the market for a Kia. So don't miss your chance to save on a new Kia or shop any of their pre-owned vehicles with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días.
All right, Rondé Gadsden is going to join us here on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. OG, of course, had some incredible seasons with the Dolphins, but I point out every year during Super Bowl week, OG won a Super Bowl ring his rookie season with the Dallas Cowboys, even though he was inactive for the game because he had gotten injured. Do you have your Super Bowl ring still, Rondé?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where it is?
Yes, sir.
Do you ever take it out and wear it?
No, sir.
Have you considered ever putting it up for auction?
No, sir.
Really? What do you think it could get if you did?
I don't know. I didn't put a jeweler's loop on it, so I don't really know.
That's a great reference. I love a loop. I love a jeweler's loop.
Could be cubic zirconias, but I'm gonna go. I don't even know. You know what I mean? But listen, I got the same one Michael Irvin got. I got the same one Emmitt Smith got.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is
call me first if you ever want to sell it before you put it on auction.
Why would he call you? You want to buy one?
Yes, I would love to have a Super Bowl ring.
To buy one though?
Yes, it's a Super Bowl ring, Hawk.
I'm looking right now, OG. Just a quick Google search, 1995 Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl ring price. There's one on a pawn shop, $82,500.
Never mind. Don't call me.
Rondé, stay where you are. I'm going to be there in 5 minutes.
Don't call me. I'm sorry.
Right. I mean, you got your name on it, so I mean, it wouldn't be, you couldn't take Gadsden off of it. It wouldn't be.
I think that's a good thing. Yeah. You've never considered it, huh? Do you have it secure?
Yeah. It's in a box with a Glock 9 and a key and a safe.
The Glock 9 secure as well. I mean, it's not just it's not a shoebox.
Now, kind of, in a shoebox.
Well, all right. Well, why don't we get this into a safe deposit box? I'm not talking about the Glock. I'm talking about
I had it in the safe deposit at the bank. Well, it just took too long to go get it if I just wanted to wear it. I think the last time I actually wore it was one of those, I went to like one of those Obama donation dinners or something. I wore it. That's the last time I
you gotta flex with it a little bit, man. Like if you're not gonna cash it in, you gotta flex with it a little bit.
Yeah, it just caused too much. It don't cause attention, obviously, because people got all types of rings. But then now you got to answer questions. Now you got to go through the whole rigmarole with the ring and blah blah blah.
That's fun.
And you played, so it's a little different. Next time hopefully my son will get his, and then we can wear it together.
OG, text me your address.
Don't do that, Rondé. Do you have a team that you like markedly more than the other on Sunday? Are you thinking, forget about the point spread, are you thinking Seattle or New England is going to be the outright winner?
I don't. I think it's pretty even, but I do think that and just because, for whatever reason, there's two things that stick in my head that, really hasn't. I guess they both do. I think Drake May's running ability helps the Patriots win. And I think I hate to say it. I just hate to say it. It pains me to say it, but just think that, Sam Darnold due for one. You know what I'm saying? He's been playing great. He just due for, you know what I'm saying? He due for one of them games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say a C.J. Stroud game, but, you know what I'm saying? He just due for one. He was playing so good. Like, he just due for, Drake May has had some bad games. I mean, he hadn't thrown the ball well, but he's run well. And I saw it firsthand. I sat in there in the 20-degree weather, and he ran against the Chargers, and that essentially won the game. It was 9-3 in the fourth quarter, so it wasn't terrible. But the big timely runs helps. You know what I mean? Like he got the first down last week. against the Texans, he ran a big one, 30 yards down the field. They kick a field goal. I think that helps, whether you pass the ball well or not. I think the timely runs help. Sam Donald's not running one. And two, I just, I mean, he's been playing like really, really good. You got to think that, you know what I mean?
He's going to look like Sam Darnold at some point.
Yeah. At some point, he going to get back to that Jet Sam Darnold. He's going to be like, I knew it. So,
I was going to ask OG with like the defenses, because the Patriots top 10 defense, the Steelers, their defense when they make it, and then now the Seahawks are top 5 defense, and then they beat the Broncos, which was number 1 defense. Is that is the league swinging back, or has it ever not swung back to you have to play defense to win a championship?
No, without a doubt. I think we all know that. Even, me being an offensive guy, I want to see the points, but, whoever stops the person, wins the game. Like, you know what I mean? Defense is always on top. And if you can rush the passer, which I think both teams can do, I think the Seahawks are probably a little better at rushing, but team defense, I think the Patriots are better. So, I mean, defense always wins championships, especially in a one game take all. You'd rather have the defense. Whoever comes out of the first half, on top has a slight advantage because, you expect the second half to be fireworks because you got to pull out all the stops now, right? But the first half, everybody's going to be playing close to the vest, running the ball, throwing low, screen passes, short passes to the tight end, And I was on the team. If you take a look back, the Cowboys versus the Steelers, the first play of the game to throw a bomb to Prime, a 60-yard bomb to Deion Sanders. So that was the game start like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the prop bet that the first play is a run, going heavy on that. You know what I mean? So defense always win championships because in football, it's a one-game series. It's not, 7 in the other sports. You know what I mean? So it's never swung away. It was just, obviously who you have. You take the Patriots when they first won. The best show on turf was lighting people up, and then they didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I think this will be – I still think the over is going to happen, but I still think whoever has the best defense takeaways will win.
You mentioned the Super Bowl again there with the Cowboys. I had said to Solana at the beginning of the show that I imagine your Super Bowl ring is the greatest thing that ever happened to you in the NFL. And Solana was like, well, no, he didn't play. So his greatest thing that ever happened to him in the NFL is Dan Marino's last touchdown pass or something with the Dolphins. And I'm like, no, he's got a Super Bowl ring. This is what everyone is out there to do. So who's right?
I don't know. I don't know if I put the last touchdown because it was a pretty bad day. It was pretty gloomy that day. Wasn't a great day. But I'm gonna go the Super Bowl ring and the Colts game. I'm gonna go Super Bowl ring, then Colts game second. But
we have a little little NBA breaking news here.
Uh-oh.
Bulls are trading Vooch. We got to get Sylvie on the line. Vooch going to Boston for Anthony Simons and a second-round pick. So the Bulls have finally found a way to peddle Vooch. Who has
the Celtics win with that.
I don't know if you've seen Vooch in a while, but I mean, whatever. The Bulls are thrilled to get rid of Vooch. So is Sylvie from Waddle and Sylvie in Chicago. Anyway, I didn't mean to.
No.
How
they need rebounding? I think the Celtics, they got enough scores.
How are you going to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday? Are you going to a party? You going to a bar? Are you watching at home? What's your methodology?
Probably go to a party. I don't know. I've been to Higgy's big Super Bowl party the last few years. It's a pretty good event. But yeah, I'll be around. Probably predominantly the same people I'm around usually when we watch the game. It'd be Pat, Sam, DP and a few other friends, and we'll be, doing our thing, betting on the plays and the downs and, having a good time, eating a lot of wings. I think if you buy one of those tables, you get like 40 wings. So it comes out to be about
no double dipping though, right? We've covered this with you.
Yeah. No double dipping. I think everybody, it equals out to everybody gets like 6.5 wings per person. It'll be all right. We'll be fine.
Dr. Chuck is texting me because he's having a Super Bowl party. And he says, tell OG to come to my house for Kirkland products. He does do a lot of his shopping at Kirkland.
Absolutely not. I know you try to trick me too, Doc. You try to put the Kirkland tequila in another bottle.
That's right.
And it's that.
Yep.
No, I know it. Now, if he may have some of those Kirkland Nikes size 15, I might think about it.
I was at his house once and I was like, hey, let me get a 7-Up. And he's like, here you go. And I took a sip. I go, you sure this is 7-Up? He's like, it's Twist Up. Same thing. I go, Twist Up? What the hell's Twist Up?
Come on, Doc.
OG, do you got to take it to another level? Between the divisional round, the conference championship, and the Super Bowl, is it the same food, or you got to take it up a notch on
Great
Super
question.
Bowl Sunday?
Great question.
Yeah, definitely have to take it up a notch on Super Bowl Sunday. I think when you do the divisional rounds and the championship, you play where the game is. You take the best food from that place. Like, you know what I mean? Like if it was in Seattle, you do some fish situation, you do, something near the Seattle, you do Denver, do some, but in the Super Bowl, it's on a neutral, so you have to take it up a notch. The biggest question we always have during Super Bowl is the chicken wings really chicken? That's the biggest question we always have, because everybody all over the world is celebrating the Super Bowl and everybody has chicken wings. Can't be all those chickens everywhere. In Russia, they have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Poland, they have it. In Australia, they watching the Super Bowl. They got chicken wings at their party. Everybody got the same chicken wings, the flats and the drums. Everybody at every restaurant in the United States, they're going to be chicken wings.
I think he's
what wings are they, OG? Are they raccoon wings?
Well, I think he's
I
right,
don't know.
though.
I'm just saying for this day, and they still got some in Sam's and Costco that we didn't buy.
Right, and then go the next day. Go the next day to Wingstop. It's not like they're out of wings. Not like they've still got all the wings.
So
I think
rabbit
we're
wings.
onto something here, because think about it. Every Super Bowl party has to have a minimum of 100 wings. And there's a million Super Bowl parties. That's 100 million wings right there. If I do the math right, that's 50 million chickens just for this Sunday. Now, that's not even including restaurants. Now you put in restaurants. That's you probably need another 75 million yard birds for that.
Right.
There's no way that there's that many chickens.
No way. And then, so when you get that odd looking drumette that's like superhuman large,
right?
You take a bite of it, it can't be chicken.
That's a frog.
That's a frog. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
this brings it up every Super Bowl. Like, these all can't be wings.
That makes sense. Correct me if I'm wrong, Crowder, because you know more about livestock than I do. But once you de-wing the chicken, it dies. Correct? You can't have a chicken without
But then the breast, you can make the boneless chicken out of the breast. The boneless wings out of the breast.
We're not talking about boneless wings. Nobody have them for the Super Bowl.
But I'm saying,
first off, OG Hoch doesn't understand what a chicken looks like, because there's four chicken wings on a chicken. 2 flaps, 2 drums.
2 wings though on a chicken.
But 2 flaps, 2 drums. A 4-piece is 1 chicken.
Right, saying, but is it a grown chicken or a young chicken or what age?
But in other words, let's say 175 million chickens have to meet their demise Sunday. There's enough to replace them. So Monday, when I go to Hooters, there's still wings.
They coming up. They breathing heavy.
when I go to Twin Peaks, they still got wings. Like, we don't have any today.
You'd think at some point there
all
would
the
be
chicken wings are used today. Just like you go in Walmart and say tomorrow or Saturday, you say, hey, I want to get a 75-inch TV. Oh, we all sold out. Don't have no more.
Or you go to Joe's Stone Crab. If it's not Stone Crab
they
season, they go, hey,
They
sorry,
gone.
come back around
they
May.
gone.
But
Right.
all of a sudden, limitless wings, chickens take up space.
Right.
This ain't adding up. This ain't adding up.
Chickens.
No.
I go to Sam's and Costco. They still got some on Monday.
Right.
No, it can't have them on
Can't
Monday. 'Cause
happen.
Everybody came in Saturday and bought all the
McDonald's.
chicken wings.
McDonald's ran out of Mighty Wings at one point. How come they ran out of chickens?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Something's not right. Who figured this out, OG? Is this you? This Higgy? Who figured this out?
Pat always asks it. Pat is a conspiracy theorist. He's in San Francisco coaching the AFC team today. He gets to coach his son in the Pro Bowl. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he always brings it up. Two things he always says: it can't be all chicken wings today. And I always say, yeah, they got enough chickens because I'm like Crowder. Instead of 4, they may break them into 8s. You may have some smaller chicken wings.
I see what you're
You
saying.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You may have, because like sometimes I've been to Hooters and I'm like, yo, these wings done got smaller.
But you know what it is now.
The
You know what?
on the wings, yo, the tabs on the wings.
Like you mentioned, Russia. In Russia, trust me, they're getting the tendons. You know what I mean? Like they're not getting the wings. They're getting hey, you gotta. Oh, this one's going to Moscow. Yeah, give them a load of tendons over there.
But they still got Super Bowl parties over there, too.
Right? But they don't know.
Everywhere.
They don't know. They think they've got wings, but it's tendons. They don't know.
Chicken ribs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, they got a chicken rib.
Exactly.
Yeah, chicken rib. Yeah. So it is what it is. Those.
I don't know if it is what it is. I think it's something that it isn't.
So you agree with Pat? You agree with Pat?
I do. I think he's on to something.
It makes you think. It makes you think. Just on today, like I can see on next Wednesday. All right, next Saturday. Okay, I got you. But Sunday,
right?
Everybody's having
everyone
a Super Bowl
eats
party.
wings.
Everybody.
Monday, you go to Hooters and they should say we only have beaks. Because how could you get all the wings back?
What about future planning, business future planning, fellas? Like we know Sundays
a massacre of that scale.
Somebody didn't go to a party. Somebody said, "Hey, I'm gonna stay home." So when you go to the store, give me a 12 of Yingling and bring me a bag of chicken wings, and we were just gonna stay home and watch. They ain't got no chicken wings, so I brought some chicken nuggets.
Right,
nope.
right.
No, that won't happen.
I bought the molded rib meat Tyson chicken nuggets.
Right. No. They bring back a bag of frozen drumettes. They
wow.
do. Like
Jimmy got us some good info here. Jimmy says there are approximately 26 to 35 billion chickens in the world at any given time. As the most populous bird species on the planet, they outnumber humans by more than 3 to 1.
But on Super Bowl Sunday, I think it's 1 to 1. They clear them too. Them other 2, they clear them all out.
Anyway, we gotta go. We're already late. See you around there.
For sure. Hey man, y'all have a good Super Bowl.
Man, makes you think. Holy man.
It doesn't make you think.
These poor Eastern Europeans, what are they really eating in their chicken wing platter? It's like, I'm having a salad. No, it's cake. That's what they're doing with their wings. Getting wings. Crazy. All right, we got to take a break. 4:00 hour is next.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana show.
My ability didn't offset my arrest, huh?
This song was released on this day in 1984. Rock You Like a Hurricane. All right. We're starting the 4 o'clock hour a little bit late because we had Wingate. And it was fast.
Yeah, so silly.
Going on with all these chicken wings. But here's what's going on. So Crowder is in San Francisco. He's at the site of the Super Bowl. And Solana and I and Jimmy were in studio today. Solana and I will be at the Panthers Arena tomorrow while Crowder does the show again from San Fran. We will be at the Panthers Arena. Hopefully Panthers can get things back on track. So there's a ton of action going on in the NBA. In fact, we should make this 15 minutes of Heat. And this is not what I had planned, but it is what it is. 15 minutes of Heat, sponsored by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Solana will catch you up in a second on all the trades. But there's an interesting tweet from Barry Jackson from the Miami Herald. Listen to this. By the way, if the Grizzlies Jackson trade with Utah just now signals a Memphis tank and a willingness to dump Ja's $90 million plus salary for nothing of real value, the Heat would be able to get both Ja and Giannis, hypothetically and theoretically. Barry Jackson says there would be financial consequences. Miami would have $155 million invested next season in Bam, Giannis, and Morant. And the 2026-27 salary cap is projected at $166 million, $201 million first apron, $210 million. He says it's doable. So in some weird way, shape, or form, Memphis dumps everybody, and all they want in return for Ja is someone to take his salary.
I'm in.
Might give you the opportunity to say, and again, you're putting a massive amount of money towards Bam, Giannis, if this could happen, Bam, Giannis, and Ja. But that does sound appealing, doesn't it?
What? I'm in. Get Giannis. I think Giannis is the trigger. If we get Giannis on this team, you do everything possible to put as much talent around him as you can so we can win a championship.
Barry Jackson tweets, final thing on Ja, I'm not pushing for or against a Giannis and Ja combo. What I'm saying is this. If Bucks delay decision on Giannis, obviously Heat priority as it should be until next summer, Miami could still move on Ja without jeopardizing any Giannis offer by offering Rozier, Davion Mitchell, Keyshawn Johnson, which leaves Miami under the tax. The only risk of this would be Giannis deal becoming more challenging financially if Wiggins opts in June, but that can be navigated. Even when Barry Jackson points all this stuff out, you see how many moving parts Andy Ellisberg and the Heat front office have to deal with here, because you can go get Ja. Let's say you can get Ja for nothing other than the same amount of salary going out. You don't have to give up any assets other than the assets to match the salary. So you're getting Ja, but then you're hoping to get Giannis, say, during the offseason, but you don't know what's going to change during the offseason or not. And if you don't get him, then you're stuck with Ja for $90 million.
Now I feel bad for Andy Ellisberg because without Giannis, that's the trigger to me.
Not as appealing.
It's not as appealing if you can't get Giannis. You have Giannis Antetokounmpo in a Heat jersey. I don't give a damn what they do after that.
Well, especially after we just read in the last hour, the best teammates Giannis has ever played with, Ja Morant. I don't care about the season that he's having. Ja Morant might immediately go to it might be Bam 1, Ja 2.
Ja 1, Bam 2. And I'm not a Bam hater. Ja Morant is the star. He's the number 2. If it's Giannis, Solana, because I see your little face. I know your
little face. I'm agreeing with you.
Mannerisms. It would be Giannis, Ja, Bam. Bam would be the 3 on that team.
And that's ideal. That's what you want.
Sure.
Bam doesn't have to worry about being a 25-point per game scorer. Let him worry about what he'll worry
It's
about.
the best scenario for Bam.
And you have your best player, the superstar, the face of your franchise, the guy you've been desperately looking for since Dwayne Wade retired. And then you have another guy who could potentially be on that level once again, built around the guy who you handed the reins of the culture to, Bam Adebayo, who will keep everything in place. Like, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love Ja. I love Giannis Ja Bam. That's something. You got me going. I got goosebumps again.
That's a big three. That's a big three.
That's a championship team.
In the East, for sure. I don't know against that's a championship squad.
That's a championship
if Ja
squad.
can come back and play at the level that he did in his first few
Right,
seasons.
but think about it. Like, who are Ja's best teammates ever? I mean, now you're putting him around Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Right.
That elevates Ja Morant as well. Yeah, he's got to buy in. He's got to, not flash guns to get suspended, all that stuff. But think just from the on-court perspective, if he buys in because of who he's playing around, this is the best player he's ever played with.
Yeah, no doubt. Ira Winderman tweets out, and just for interesting sake, Grizzlies blew it up with Jackson, Bane, and presumably Morant. Heat tried to keep it going with Adebayo, Hero, and replacements for Butler. An interesting contrast, to say the least. But we know that about the Heat. They don't blow it up.
No. They always want to compete. They're going to be at 500. 500 is the floor.
Yeah.
And if they're able to make some noise here over the next 48 hours, nobody would complain about it. Unequivocally made the right decision by not blowing it up.
Sure.
Because the guys that they kept.
No, if it turns into a legitimate East team, then you made all the right decisions. If you can't do what you want, what you're trying to do, then everyone's going to complain again. I mean,
Correct.
What if it's Giannis, Ja, no Bam?
Well, so Bam's going to Milwaukee?
Like they want Bam to be in the mix. Can we do that?
No.
I mean, I would, but
yeah,
I would too.
I don't think the Miami Heat are trading Bam Adebayo.
I don't think so either.
I don't think there's a chance in hell the Miami Heat trade Bam
No, but-
Adebayo. Even if it lands them Ja Morant and Giannis Antetokounmpo, I don't think that they would pull the trigger on that.
So Bam again. We talked about it. Bam again is he's the point of no.
He is the deal breaker for any deal.
Outside of the guys you laughed at me for saying, which was like Anthony Edwards,
Right?
Outside of the Joker,
Wemby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do so Solana can catch you up on the NBA trades that have been made. Deadline isn't until Thursday, so these are stuff is percolating now. Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Kia or DurrellKia.com.
Yeah, some of this stuff is really interesting. The Celtics just traded for Vucevic and a second-round pick. They send that to Boston, or Boston gets that. And in return, Chicago gets Anthony Simons and a second-round pick. So essentially, they swapped Vooch for Anthony Simons. Hoch, as a Bulls fan, I think you would love this move from the standpoint of Anthony Simons, young player to add to your roster, talented upside.
Well, I'm of belief, just from what I've read on some of the Chicago writers, because Chicago's looking to move Kobe White. Because they got Conley today too, the Bulls.
They did. But I think he's an expiring, I believe.
I believe White, Conley, Simons can all be on the move because I think they're whale hunting as well.
They might be positioning themselves.
That's what I think's going on.
Yeah, but if they don't, Anthony Simons, lit the heat up a couple of weeks ago in this building, dropped like over 40 points against the Miami Heat. He was somebody Portland moved on from begrudgingly when they made a move a couple weeks ago, or excuse me, during the offseason. But the Celtics, who have been this surprise team, top of the Eastern Conference without Tatum, remember, they lost Kristaps Porzingis, traded him to the Hawks. They lost all their length. Their centers are guys that most casual fans have never heard of.
No, they're happy to have Vooch.
They just added some size, some length, and all they do is take 150 threes every game. A floor spacer in Vooch who can step out and knock down threes. That's a good move for the Boston Celtics, who clearly a lot of people, myself included, thought, oh, Tatum's going to be out this year, reset year for them. Let's see what Jaylen Brown can do, but they'll probably reset. The opposite. They're like, oh, we might get Tatum back if we go on a deep playoff run and we're the 2 seed, 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's bolster our front court. They just did.
And by the way, on behalf of Bulls fans, Vucci Maine, we appreciate your service.
End of an era.
End of an era.
The other interesting move, the Bulls, Timberwolves, and Pistons agreed to a multi-team deal. The Bulls got Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley, as Hoch just mentioned. The Pistons received Kevin Werder, Dario Saric, who had been traded to the Bulls the night after they played on Saturday night, and a 2026 first-round protected pick swap from the Timberwolves. What the T-Wolves just did here is open up cap space.
Well, they're going whale hunting as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
They just opened up cap space.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr., along with a bunch of players, we've talked about this several times.
By the way, Legion Hoops, which has 1 million followers, they're legit. I follow them. They say the Bulls are moving on from Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu. Expect them traded in the next 48 hours.
Kobe White makes all the sense in the world. Houston.
I think Ayo's on a expiring or is up for a new deal.
He might be,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I saw Stacey King. It was one of my my features for the audio experience saying he's untouchable in Chicago.
I
They
love
love
Ayo.
him. Went to Illinois,
Yeah.
born and raised in Chicago. And if they're going with a youth movement, why wouldn't you keep him? Because he's not somebody who's going to command $30 million once that contract is up.
I've never heard of him before in my life.
Torch the Heat.
Oh, just going through my Twitter timeline here. Happy birthday, Isla Fisher. She is so pretty.
Who is that?
How many first-round picks for Isla Fisher?
I'd give up the lot. She was in that movie with Gal Gadot. What's the movie?
Fisher.
Yeah, it was a spy
Wonder
movie. No. Well, that's who Gal Gadot is.
Oh,
but yeah, no.
Gal Gadot.
It was a spy movie with the guy from Mad Men.
John Hamm?
They were the neighbors who were actual spies.
Who's the what? How do you? It's East, like the cardinal direction.
That's right. East, L.A.
East Fishery Enforcement
Fisheries.
Officer.
That's right. You got it. Isn't she pretty?
Death on the Nile?
No. It's like
Man.
Keeping Up with the Joneses, maybe.
Has Gal Gadot been in some stinkers, man?
I think it's Keeping Up with the Joneses. You've never seen Keeping Up with the Joneses?
I have.
That movie, you know what I'm talking about?
It's funny.
The dressing room scene, though?
Yeah.
With Gal Gadot, Isla Fisher. Yeah, it's Keeping Up with the Joneses. Zach Galifianakis is in it. John Hamm. It happens to be a funny movie.
Isla Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Isla Fisher.
It's got a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Keeping Up with the Joneses?
20%
Wow.
tomato meter.
What's it got on Rotten Potatoes?
No, Isla Fisher. Second round pick, protected.
Yeah, you're that guy. We know. You're that guy.
Protected second round pick.
We know.
The Grizzlies traded Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz. The Jazz get Triple J, John Concar, Jock Landale, Vince Williams Jr., and the Grizzlies get 3 unprotected first-round picks, Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, the school bus, and those 3 future first-round picks. And then apparently James Harden wants out, and I'm seeing here on ESPN that there could be a Harden-Darius Garland trade on the horizon.
Right. So, you were talking about the Cavs the other day. Like, hey.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Like they were 30 and 21 yesterday. I don't know if they played yesterday. They're the 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, but they're clearly not going anywhere. And they have to watch out because Donovan Mitchell this offseason could say, hey, we were the first overall seed, the best record in the East. We took care of the Heat, and we got bounced in the second round.
Oh, Isla Fisher was the hot crazy girl in Wedding Crashers.
I'll find you.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I've seen her before.
She's married to Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, is she? Oh, they're divorced?
Divorced.
All right. So
2024.
you're saying there's a chance.
Wow.
Nope.
Congrats.
All right.
Second round protected.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's top 5. That's lottery for
Easy.
sure.
Yeah,
Lottery.
easy.
100%.
Lottery
pick.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'd trade a couple firsts. Multiple.
Oh, my God. Take as many future firsts as you want.
Pick package.
Yeah.
This is Rudy Gobert? This is not Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. This is Wemby in his prime. This is MJ in his prime.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Different
gotta be up there,
types.
right? She's got to be up there.
Yeah.
She's Aussie.
Oh, is she? Even more exciting. She's Josh Giddey.
She's 50.
Stop it.
She is 50 years old.
Stop it.
50 years
All right,
old. I saw that too.
Yes.
Protected second round.
Protected second.
Wow. And that,
She's 50?
ladies and gentlemen, recaps your NBA trade deadline update.
Wow.
Oh, she's in Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
No pun. But is it any good?
It's magic. Like they have ploy, like magical tricks that
But you get
steal
to
money.
see how the magic was done.
Well,
Like
they
yeah.
steal. The whole point is that they steal from banks using magic, but they can't be caught because there's no proof because it's magic.
is it
Yeah.
legitimately magic though? Like wizards? Or is it illusions?
Illusions.
It's all illusion. Magic is all illusion. There's not real
Well, I'm
magic
saying
in the
magic
world. Hawk.
doesn't exist. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying it was magic. Big bad Magic Johnson. What is he?
What is he
No,
done?
but you're saying it's magic, but magic doesn't really exist.
No, it's all illusion.
Sure it does.
And they're very good at illusion.
How does magic exist?
That's the whole ploy of magic. You don't know. It's magic.
But if
Magic
we all,
that
but if
doesn't
we
exist.
all agree that it's an illusion, that it doesn't really exist, then magic doesn't exist. Illusions do.
Illusions exist, but magic exists.
Magic doesn't exist.
Of course,
Other
it
than Magic Johnson.
And big bad Magic Johnson.
And the Orlando Magic.
Oh, good call.
What has he done?
does.
Magic Kingdom, of course.
It's no,
I-
yeah.
Is that the Mount Rushmore magic?
You got the Magic Kingdom for sure. You got Magic Johnson for sure.
Magic, period.
No, you can't just have the word magic.
But magic, but
No,
yes.
no.
A lady getting cut in half, Hawk? A lady getting cut in half is something.
Yeah, that's an illusion, and that goes on the Mount Rushmore of illusions.
Oh, okay. Now you made this difficult.
Magic.
Magic City?
Oh, Magic City.
Magic City.
Magic City.
Magic the Gathering.
And Magic the Gathering at Funky Buddha Tap Room. There you go. I
All right.
got the 4. All right. Anything else?
Your weather in South Florida right now, it is in the upper 60s, a little warmer. Enjoy it.
Yeah. In the next segment, Dave Mason. He is the Bet Online Sportsbook brand manager.
Breaking news,
Oh,
somewhat.
What do we have?
From Brian Windhorst. Clippers, James Harden, and Cavaliers, Darius Garland are now expected to be traded for each other. I know I just
right.
kind of said
So
that.
how
but
many teams has James Harden been on?
Oklahoma City, Houston,
Yeah.
and he asked out of Houston. He went to Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and he asked out of Brooklyn because he had to go back to his favorite general manager or team president. He went to Philly.
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey, thank you. Clearly, I forgot. And then he asked out of Philly. He went to L.A., and now potentially will be a Cleveland Cavalier.
So that would be a 7th team or 6th team?
I wasn't
Six-
counting.
Six team. I counted 16.
Wild, man. Wild. That guy loves money. He just loves money. Who doesn't?
Do we not love money?
Yeah, who doesn't? Dave Mason's going to join us in the next segment, the Bet Online Sportsbook brand manager. He joins us every year during the Super Bowl so we can talk about some prop bets. So do not go anywhere, and we'll keep you updated, obviously, if more NBA news breaks.
If you're looking for somewhere to watch the big game, I'm telling you, go to Tootsie's Cabaret. It's the largest strip club in the entire world, and that's not hyperbole. It really is. 2 levels, a gigantic warehouse of beautiful women walking around, great food, great drinks, just a great time. Y'all go to Tootsie's Cabaret. They're open from noon to 6 a.m. 18 hours a day of just enjoyment. Food specials, $100 bottles, half-price drinks every day until 8 p.m. every single day. Tootsie's Cabaret, 2 levels of entertainment. Upstairs, you ask them, say, where's Crowder's table? Everybody knows it's right there by the wall upstairs. I sit there every time I go. I've been going for 20 years. I'm going to go for another 20 years. In 2046, I'm going to be talking about Tootsie's because I love it. There's a large sports bar in the back, pool tables, just a great time. 4 spacious full liquor bars. Y'all got to go to Tootsie's. In the kitchen, the food is delicious now. It's not just a guy back there with a frying pan trying to figure it out. Steak, lobster, shrimp, the chicken wings, the hot lemon peppers, what I get every time. Man, y'all get to Tootsie's Cabaret. It's right by Hard Rock Stadium. So anytime you go to Hard Rock Stadium, the tailgate, the pregame, the postgame, don't jump into traffic. Head to Tootsie's Cabaret. It is amazing. When you watch the NBA, NFL, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, anything you're watching, when it goes to commercial, there will be a number of stages with beautiful entertainers on them. So you're going to have a good time. If anybody comes in town, take them to Tootsie's. If you're trying to burn a couple hours in the middle of the day, they're open at noon. Go to Tootsie's. Y'all have to get to Tootsie's Cabaret. Go check it out. I guarantee you have a good time. Go to TootsiesCabaret.com for more information.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the hottest chick in the game right now, man.
Go.
What's up, bro? Hey, man, you was hitting good today. Yeah, bro. Were you over swinging? Yeah, bro. That like, cause I was watching on the app and all when you were hitting, you weren't swinging for the like. hit a home run every. You were just that was your like that natural swing. We talked about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like your natural swing, like Coach was saying, your natural swing is perfect. So just have your natural swing, bro.
Yeah.
And you could jack it, and then if you see one that you can let go, you can let go. But it's almost like you have to save that crazy one for when you see it. But then that your natural swing, you make contact every time.
Yeah.
And you're the only person to get your team on the board.
Yeah. So the crazy thing, I was just like, standing up there, just like, and I found out the ball comes slower when you're not trying to do too much because I can see the ball all the way through.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That was good today, bro. I hate that we weren't there. We weren't there for your good day, and then we were for your bad day. But that's why I just wanted to hit you and let you know. But keep your natural swing, and then keep working on your feet and your front foot getting down. Because like you said, the eye opener of it, where you sent those videos of you getting your foot down, and then just that little window, that 1 day window of you doing the foot thing that Coach said, and getting your feet right, and then on the videos, watch those videos that Mommy sent. Look at where your feet are after the hit. They were still in the front of the box. They're still by the plate.
Yeah.
Like all we were talking about, bro. You to adjust that fast is special. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Rambling man, gambling man. I see what you're doing, Jimmy. Dave Mason is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He's the Bet Online Sportsbook brand manager. He joins us every year during Super Bowl week. We talk about wagering and props and all the fun stuff for Sunday's game. And is there, when we get into it here, Dave, is there anything, an early prop bet that has jumped out to you as something that no one should pass up when you're looking over all the thousands of props? Is there anything that has jumped out of you where you go, I got to get on that one?
As far as value is concerned,
Yep.
I mean, there's all sorts of sharp stuff that came in. I mean, shoot. I mean, that's the thing with Super Bowl. As far as the spread, money line, and total, they're very, very sharp. lines, not a whole lot of value, but props. I mean, that's when the sharps make their money. I mean, Pat's under 2.5 sacks, under 2.5 turnovers, no successful 2-point conversion. Pat's first drive, a punt, shortest TD under 1.5 yards. Those all got bet. Walker under 2.5 receptions plus 120. So, yeah, I mean, tons of sharp action come in on the prop so far. That's just the smallest thing.
What's the public betting on the actual game mostly? Where's the majority of the bets? Seattle laying the points or New England getting them?
Yeah, right now Seattle laying the points are up to 5, open 4. Took a little bit of sharp action on 4, but it creeped up to 5. 57% of the cash and 65% of the tickets are on Seattle as far as the total is concerned. Open 46. It's ticked down a tad to 45.5. 52% of the money is on the under. 63% of the tickets are on the over.
And you just it's crazy because it went back, Dave, because I already bet the Kenny Walker over receiving yards, and you're saying take the under on receptions. I don't like it, but as a football guy, I think he gets some check downs because nobody wants, Njigba and all to beat him and different things like that. What do you think about the bet I already got in with Kenny Walker over receiving yards?
Well, it depends on the odds too. Everything's a good bet or bad bet based on the odds. That Walker under 2.5 receptions, that was at plus 120. So that I think that price is gone now. I think it's down to like plus 110. So it's not only the number of yards or receptions, but the odds is everything. So anything can be a good bet or a bad bet, but it depends on the odds.
That's where people get confused, right? People bet what they think is going to happen. They don't take into account whether it's actually a good bet or a bad bet, correct?
Right. I mean, knowing the game's one thing, but you got to understand the math too. I mean, under, we'll just use that again, under 2.5 receptions at plus 120 might be good value, according to Sharp it was. But at plus 110, is it mathematically good value anymore or even money? So there's two things that come into mind there. Not only the number of receptions, but the juice attributed to it. So yeah, I mean, that's all about the game too. And that's why you can't wait until Super Bowl Sunday to bet all these odds, because by then everything, whether it's a prop or a game line, has been pounded and they're all sharp lines. And that's how we get our intel, is with people betting it, respected people betting it. And that's okay. We're off there. So we're going to move it 10 cents. We're going to move it 20 cents. My Super Bowl Sunday, everything's banged into a good, stable line. Whereas early on, there's a lot of value out there.
So you guys watch what the sharps are doing. You know who the sharps are, and that's what moves the line early.
Most of the time, most of the time. I mean, public does move odds, but sharps. You could have 100 public people on one side, but if we have a really respected sharp better on the other side, we'll take the stand with a sharp against the public nine times out of 10.
Do you see the line 4.5 or 5 right now moving at all or much by Sunday?
Well, I mean, it's 5 now. The public's on them. I think the sharps bet early, like I said, at 4, but it could halfway. I can't see it going any higher than 5. I just can't. That's a big spread for a Super Bowl game. I mean, it could, but I can't see it. I'm taking the Pats. I'm going against the sharps. I'm taking the Pats in the 5, but it could move a half point either way easily.
I'm kind of in that same boat where, and I don't like New England at all, being a Miami Dolphins fan, but I just feel like 5 in this particular Super Bowl with Sam Darnold as the guy you're counting on for Seattle. Like, I'll just take the points and hold my nose.
I agree. And Seattle, hey, they're the best team in football this year. Credit to them, but they're not a dominant team. They're not that Super Bowl team of the past. Going back to all the Brady years, it seems like every year there was a team like, okay, these guys are rightful favorites, whether it was all those darn New England teams, and then the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, etc. Doesn't mean those teams always won, but it always seemed like there was that dominant team. And of course, the Broncos with Peyton. But Seattle's a very good team. They're probably the best team. But there was so much parity in the NFL this year, so they made it through that parity. But they're just not the dominant team that we've seen yet. They have a big spread on it, ironically enough.
And Dave, tell me, is this smart gambling or productive gambling? Because I'm with you. I think Seattle wins, but I don't think they win by 5 or more. Should I parlay Seattle wins, Patriot cover? Is that a smart thing to do? Because that's what I'm leaning towards. I haven't bet it yet.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to take that bet. That's a highly correlated bet. That's you usually can't bet that money line to the spread. I like the way you think, but yeah, books usually don't accept that bet. If you do find one, let me know, please.
I was going to say that's going to take place behind the Pollo Tropical, right? With the guy in a Cadillac. That's going to take.
That guy won't be in business long as he's taking that action.
That's going to be Arno from Uncut Gems taking that action from Mike Francesa in the
But
restaurant.
what about betting both of them individually?
Yeah, do it. Go for it. You can do that. Absolutely. I mean, many people will. I wouldn't. But yeah, we have a lot of people doing that, and they try to win both, right?
What goes on at the sports book? Dave Mason is with us from the Bet Online Sportsbook, betonline.ag. What goes on with other sports on Sunday, like just regular NBA and NHL games going on? Do they get their normal handle bet, or is just about every dollar going towards a Super Bowl bet?
Now, they get good action because they're on during the day, right? I mean, there's usually a pretty good college basketball lineup. I haven't looked at it yet, but NBA would during the day. So people are waiting for the big game. So it's Sunday. Everybody's at their parties and watching games. Well, most people, we watch the Super Bowl 8-hour pregame, but some people have the games on and betting NHL, NBA, NCAA, but we get good action on it. Absolutely.
What's a real outlandish prop where you can't believe someone actually bets it?
Shoot. Well, we opened. this is about as outlandish as it gets this year. Which massage parlor in San Francisco will Robert Kraft visit?
That's a good one.
Yeah, the Susu Spa is a plus 300 favorite.
Do they actually handicap that? Will they look at where he's going to stay and look at the miles to get there and say this actually is handicapped as the favorite?
Well, I handicapped it. I didn't really put in where he's going to stay or anything because I figured, he might travel away from the hotel if he.
That's a good call. Right. So maybe that way you handicap it is the places that are further away from the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's a list of about 10 to 12 of them. So, once again, the Sushi Spa is the plus 300 favorite.
What's the handle? What's the amount bet on the coin toss? This fascinates me every year.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of bets. It's not a high volume as far as money is concerned, but it's a high bet. Like everybody has a few bucks on it. I say it every year in interviews. I probably said it on your show before. So I'm going to repeat myself once again. If you're ever in a brick and mortar sports book for the Super Bowl, arguably the loudest cheer you're going to hear all game, unless the game ends in some dramatic fashion. But the first or second loudest cheer you'll hear all game is when they flip that coin, because everybody in that sports book has a few bucks on it. It's tradition, $5. It's reduced juice too. It's minus 101 each way, so it's not the usual minus 110 or minus 105 juice. So it takes a ton of bets. It's betting wise, it's one of the most popular props.
It feels
wise, not as much.
Feels like it sets the stage for your gambling that night, right? You feel good when you come out of the coin toss a winner.
Absolutely, man. You got to bet the coin toss, and then there's a national anthem that's always a popular one, and then there's 8 different props within the national anthem that got bet down to 122 seconds. It was 125 last night. Some sharp action came in on the under, so we're at 122 now.
Look at that. Crowder just put in the bet. He just put in a bet on the parlay of Patriots
plus
plus
4.5.
4.5 and
Seahawks
Seattle
to
money
win
line.
plus 391.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
There you go. You got the action in. There you go, Crowder. Feel good. Feel good about yourself. Is he?
I would tell you on that.
Does that make? But that makes sense. Plus 395.
Is he technically a sharp now?
Can I tell you Monday morning?
I can tell you, he's a dull. Everyone on this show is a dull. We appreciate it every year. Dave Mason, BetOnline Sportsbook Brand Manager, betonline.ag. We always talk with Danny from BetOnline, and we always enjoy talking sports gambling this time of year. Do you have a bet made on the coin toss? Are you going heads or tails?
I go tails every year.
Yeah. Is it about 50-50 the way that it's bet?
Yeah, it's always 50-50, darn close to it.
Yeah.
But throw $5 on it and have some fun.
All right. Appreciate it, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
There you go. Dave Mason from BetOnline. I love this time of year. I really do.
Yeah, I found that bet, baby.
Look at you. Make it happen. You're a sharp. You are a sharp. All right, 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour is coming up. Cheetah Pompano, great spot to watch a game, a fight, a big game perhaps on Sunday. They've got VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. Cheetah Pompano has an amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. Happy hour specials till 6. So this Sunday is the big game. You got to be at Cheetah's big game watch party. There will be a halftime giveaway of a $500 gold VIP card, halftime complimentary hamburger or hot dog platters, $5 off buckets of beer, domestic and imported, $100 bottle specials. It is Big Game Sunday at Cheetah Pompano and Cheetah Palm Beach. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Somebody has dubbed me on the text machine Bad Bet Bunny.
Low.
You can feel it coming in the air tonight, Jimmy.
Hell yeah.
Maybe Giannis. Maybe Ja.
Maybe.
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha happy hour. You know what's going on at Funky Buddha tonight? So
what's tonight? Tuesday.
Isn't poker?
It is poker. They have poker on Tuesdays. Free tournament starting 6 p.m., 8 p.m. But also, I found this interesting. It says there's an Instagram account called Funky Buddha Tap Room. There's also Funky Buddha Brewery, which is another Instagram account. But the tap room specifically is Funky Buddha Tap Room on Instagram. And it says 3 spots remain available for tonight's bonsai bar. And it says, bring friends, learn bonsai, drink beer. So I didn't know that they do that on Tuesday nights, but bonsai is like from Karate Kid, you know, the little bonsai trees that Mr. Miyagi used to make.
Yeah, that's too much work for me.
It says, come out to the brewery on February 3rd. Okay, that's tonight. For bonsai and beer. Bonsai Bar is a night of fun you don't want to miss. Learn the fundamental skills and techniques behind the art of bonsai while enjoying a night out with friends. The Bonsai Bar teachers will introduce core concepts and guide your experience as you pot, prune, and design your very own bonsai tree.
I don't even feed our dog.
You know, I don't have the patience to do a bonsai tree. You have to be like, that's an artist. Like you have to be willing,
creative.
Yeah, you have to be creative and you have to have patience because it's so intricate because it's a small tree. But you could do that tonight at Funky Buddha. It actually sounds interesting to me.
I would love to see somebody do it because of watching Karate Kid and the attention it takes. But yeah, once my 2 older kids left the house, like I have to really put into my phone to feed and give the dog water. So there's no way I get a bonsai tree going.
I would just tap out. I know what would happen. I would go there. I would sign up for it and go, hey, this sounds interesting. I'd like to create a bonsai tree. And I would tap out. The moment my yucca tots arrived, I would tap out. I'd be like, you know what? This tree looks fine just like it is.
You know, I'm a chicken wing guy. Once my chicken wings come, bonsai's fine. Yeah.
Well, listen, after Ronde in the 3 o'clock hour, I don't know what to believe about chicken wings anymore. So I got to talk with Chef. I got to talk with Chef at Funky Buddha about the chicken wings because Ronde brought up some great points, in my opinion.
They don't plan for chicken consumption.
It's not that they don't plan. It's just there's so many chicken wings eaten on Super Bowl Sunday. How are there that many chickens to provide all those wings? And then Monday you have to start over with millions of new chickens.
But you can freeze them through December and February and January.
Freeze the chickens?
No, freeze the wings.
Let's get headlines. Solana's on his way to the arena, the Kaseya Center. Tonight, headlines are brought to you by Durrell Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Kia or DurrellKia.com. So there has been, and while it's Super Bowl week, there has been a ton of activity in the NBA today. Trade deadline is Thursday, but there has been a flurry of trades. Let me see if I have all this stuff correctly. Earlier, and it looks like the Clippers and James Harden will be parting ways, and James Harden will head to Cleveland. Have you seen that confirmed, Jimmy? I saw you nodding your head there, but I didn't know if you'd seen that confirmed anywhere.
No.
Okay.
I was like looking up and down.
I got you. Oh, I thought it was nodding your head. You were just looking up and down. My bad.
Looking up and down.
My bad. But it looks like James Harden's going to end up in Cleveland. Darius Garland then would go to the Clippers. That hasn't happened yet. But the Grizzlies have traded Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz. Jazz get Jackson, Conchar, Jock Landale, and Vince Williams Jr. The Grizzlies receive Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and 3 future first-round picks. That's a lot.
Yeah.
The Bulls, Timberwolves, and Pistons did a multi-team deal. The Bulls got Jaden Ivey and Mike Conley Jr. The Pistons got Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric from Chicago, and a 2026 first-round protected pick swap from the T-Wolves. The Bulls also traded Nikola Vucevic and a second-round pick to Boston in exchange for Anthony Simons and a second-round pick. I'm seeing Shams saying that the Bulls are not done and that Kobe White is expected to be moved. Again, there's still 2 days. Like the trade deadline isn't till Thursday, but people are getting in position right now. Trying to see if there's anything doing with the Heat. Ira's got nothing updated other than what he had said about an hour ago, which is the Grizzlies blew it up with Jackson Bane. Presumably Ja Morant would be on the move as well. The Heat have tried to keep it going with Adebayo, Hero, and replacements for Butler. An interesting contrast, to say the least. And he is correct on that. Let me see if Anthony Chang has anything.
Bring Bam some help.
Well, I mean, when you say bring Bam some help, like a whale. That's all you're talking about is Giannis.
You're
not talking about James Harden, are you? You're not even James Harden.
No, bring Giannis here, Bam, Giannis, and whoever else it is, and I would be so happy.
Anthony Chang from the Miami Herald.
Even Bam Ja. I don't think Bam Ja is a championship roster.
Well, you don't want to take on Ja's contract, I don't think, if you don't have someone else coming as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem there.
Giannis, Bam, somebody else, we got action.
In the Herald says, while the Heat has registered some level of interest in Ja Morant in recent weeks, a league source said the Heat's focus remains on Giannis Antetokounmpo ahead of Thursday's trade deadline. I mean, this is what they've been keying on for a couple of seasons now. Giannis, like this has been it. And then remember, we got the rug pulled out from under us when Giannis said, I'm going to stay in Milwaukee a season ago. Now it's opened up finally. The Heat have kind of been waiting for this moment. There's a few machinations where they could actually make it happen. Can they have the most attractive deal? I don't know. And is Milwaukee feeling the need to do something before Thursday and not just wait until the offseason? I don't know. Well, we will find out by Thursday.
Giannis is unhappy. They need to move him.
Right, but they got to do something that's beneficial to themselves. So
Yes.
Giannis is unhappy, but he's not pouting. He's out. We talked about it. I mean, he was averaging 28 and 10 before he got injured, right? Like he's not he's not pulling a Jimmy Butler.
Well, I love the 28 and 10 to be in Kaseya Center.
You ain't lying. Couple other things going on. Panthers, they lost last night to the Sabres. That's a bad loss, and we're going to be out at the Amerant Bank Arena tomorrow doing the show. Boston Bruins will be in town. This is another one, really, if the Panthers have any hopes of kind of finding their way into the playoffs, they really need to beat Boston last night. But to be quite honest, they really kind of needed to beat or at least get a point from Buffalo last night. They were unable to do so. So it's dicey times for the Panthers right now. The Heat tonight host Atlanta. We're going to talk with Eric Reed in the next segment, but the Heat tonight are celebrating the 2006 championship team. It is the 20th anniversary of the 2006 championship team, first ever championship team for the Miami Heat. I'm looking at what the line is tonight.
I got down here in May 05. I got drafted, and so the first thing I saw out of the Heat was that championship team.
It was a fun team. Shaq and Wade. I mean, that was a fun team. Just looking. I know Hero is out tonight. I think Norman Powell is out tonight as well. Oh, I didn't even see this. Bam Adebayo and Norman Powell are finalists for NBA East Player of the Month, but it went to Jaylen Brown. Let's see.
I gave
Norman Powell is doubtful for the Heat tonight.
We had Jason Tatum on the pivot, and I asked him about Jaylen Brown's hair, and he said it's a joke in the locker room, but everybody knows it.
Hawks injury report tonight in Miami. Porzingis available. I didn't realize that. Let me look at some props here. The line tonight is Heat -1. And Bam over-under is 21.5. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 17.5. Pella Larson, 14.5. Davion Mitchell, 9.5. And for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson, 24.5. Porzingis is 11.5. Zachary Richasset, 9.5. And let me just see.
I think I'm gonna pound the Bam under.
Really?
Yeah, 21. That's too high for Bam.
Bam double-double is -140. And no odds for a Bam triple-double. Are the Bulls in action tonight? Well, they are. Let's see this. They're in Milwaukee. Kobe White, over-under 21.5. But he's in all these trade rumors. Is that in his head, or does he want to show out?
I don't know Kobe that well, but probably in his head. Under.
No one's going to trade Matas Buzelis. His over-under is 18.5. Ayo Dosunmu, 18.5. Isaac Okoro, 9.5. Patrick Williams, 9.5. No Vooch. It hurts to see no Vooch up there on the Bulls props. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. Buzelis double-double tonight, 350, plus 350. Michael Boozy double-double. What do you think about that?
You kind of hit it on the head with during the trade deadline week. What's his mentality?
Because a guy like Kobe White might want to say, "Oh yeah, I'm in trade rumors. Watch what you're going to be missing," and puts up 35.
It's the powder or the watch this guy. You almost have to get it, like know them to know if they're a pouting guy. Oh, y'all trade me? Okay, well, I'm not gonna play. Jimmy was that guy. But then are you I'm okay, y'all gonna trade me? I'm gonna go out and drop 30. I don't know who Kobe White or those guys are. I don't know enough about Kobe White to see.
Anyway, Heat tonight will be here on 104.3 FM WQAM, and the Miami Heat audio experience will also be celebrating the 2006 championship team. Michael Doliak is scheduled to stop by and talk with Solana, and Tommy Tighe, Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert will be on the call. TV, obviously, FanDuel Sports Network Sun, and we're going to talk with Eric Reed in the next segment about the festivities tonight regarding that 06 team. Your weather, how is it in San Francisco?
Beautiful. It's like 48, I think, 50. It's not warm, but it's not cold.
Yeah, it is
a little chilly.
65 in Miami right now. It felt like a spring day again. It was so nice here today. 65, dropping down to the upper 50s tonight. And then tomorrow is going to be beautiful, 70s. It's going to be short-lived. You're going to be back down in the 40s on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, lows in the 40s. But tomorrow is going to be one of the nicer days in Miami that we've had in like a week. So there you go.
Right now, San Francisco is 50 low, 65 high.
You have any Super Bowl parties on the docket for tonight?
No, I just got an invite to the EA Sports party.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So myself, Asia, actually, she sent it to me. So on Friday night at 7 p.m., it's the EA Sports Madden Bowl.
Was tonight. I thought you meant that was tonight.
No, tonight I'm going to stay in the room and order Wingstop.
Stop it. Can you please go somewhere and get some sourdough bread, a bread bowl or something? Can you do something? Go to Giardelli Chocolate. Don't spend another night in the hotel room.
Huck, Forensic Files is already on.
Oh, for the love of God. All right. Eric Reed. It's early there, though, right? It's like 2:15, yeah?
Yeah.
Man, it's so weird to get off the show and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Doesn't it feel? Do you feel like you're ready for dinner?
I have the window closed for the view, but it's light outside. It's the middle of the day. Yeah.
Have any casinos there in San Fran?
I don't know. That's a good question. So I can go get some roulette in number 11.
I don't think they do, but I might be wrong on that.
What?
Jimmy will research it.
Jimmy, casinos, San Fran?
What are you finding?
There is.
Oh?
What?
But not in, but more like in the riverside of California.
The Riverside?
Yes, the Riverside.
The Riverside.
You mean Riverside?
Yeah, Riverside.
Right. Well, you said the Riverside. It sounded like you meant at the side of a river.
Hey, Siri, casino near me.
What'd she say?
I don't know where you are.
Or doesn't want to know where you are.
All right. Eric Reed from FanDuel Sports Network Sun's going to join us, talk a little Heat in the next segment. Championship meet energy is nonstop at Gulfstream Park. Live racing every Thursday through Sunday with featured stakes races on Saturdays. And, of course, Gulfstream Park also offers the hottest slots and electronic table games and combines the excitement of casino gaming with the thrill of thoroughbred racing in one electrifying destination. And there is always so much going on at Gulfstream. Celebrate Valentine's Day at the track with a festive brunch in 10 Palms. That'll be Saturday, February 14th and Sunday, February 15th. You can enjoy a premium buffet with heart-shaped brunch fare, fresh seafood, an omelet station, and more. A balloon wall backdrop, a free photo booth will commemorate the day. Brunch purchase includes complimentary mimosa, and you need reservations. I should say reservations are recommended. You can do that at GulfstreamPark.com. The Fountain of Youth Stakes is coming up Saturday, February 28th. Tickets for that are on sale now. February 28th is also the next Taste at the Track, Bourbon and Barbecue. Secure your tickets for an unlimited tasting experience that's all about crafted bourbon cocktails and traditional barbecue bites. Enjoy a unique experience while you watch and wager on the Fountain of Youth. And the 75th running of the Curlin Florida Derby, South Florida's biggest race day of the year, by the way, takes place Saturday, March 28th. Tickets will be on sale soon. I will keep you updated on that. You can get all the info. You can get your tickets. You can make reservations. You can see the daily race entries. It's all at GulfstreamPark.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
This one time at band camp,